Cause all DMs here on Twitch, they run the same games, don't you know? All except Josh the Pirate, oh, he's been running Humblewood from the get-go. And it brings me more satisfaction than causing a student to have an "oh, I get it" moment to welcome you back to Corsairs Co. for another episode in my Humblewood world and the second half of our season 3, I think, of Elements and Evil. Daria does the arts that always keep us wanting more. Then there's John, with the puns that's got you laughing on the floor. Sharp as a knife, and she's my wife, it's Karen. Way-oh. Walk like a Brendan. Walk like a Brendan. But enough of that, mateys. We need to talk about these lovely folks.
You know what? The whole time I was thinking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that's the outro for one season.
Ah, I see. Walk like a Brendan. Daria, clearly you've never seen him walk. It's majestic. Daria, who the absolute heck are you?
I wouldn't recommend walking like a Brendan.
I'm Daria. I don't unfortunately walk like a Brendan, but I do draw like a pro. So get me all your furry commissions. I got you. And I play Julio Switchgear, rogue, extravagant, amazing, debonair.
Yeah, all those things. Currently has a house guest in his brain.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah. That's why we wrote notes in the Discord, because I forgot that too, and then I went back through the Discord. John, who the heck are you?
Hi, I'm John. I play Bron. I am an actor, a dancer, dabble a little bit in the world of tech sometimes when I can. Yeah, and I'm not up for commission, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd pay me for.
Well. Are they dead?
No? Oh.
Garen, you need to audio sources, because your audio isn't coming through Zoom, it's coming through OBS. So you're the DM mic. And you have to tell it to go to the whatever audio technic thing's called. Hey Brandon, who the heck are you while Karen is sorting that?
Thanks, Brendan. I'm in the middle of eating dinner, at the tail end of eating dinner. I'm an actor and director, and I'm here.
Nice.
Unfortunately, all I do is walk like a Brendan. I do not do IT, and I do not write, and I do not commission fairy porn. Please stop asking me.
Brendan, I will not stop asking. I feel this need to ask you to make me feel porn. I can't explain it.
I think that you need to take that need and see your therapist about it.
Oh, what about Daria?
Daria's not a therapist, John.
But we're not talking about Daria right now. This ain't about her.
It could be.
And I be Josh the Pirate.
You are?
I am. But Karen, who the heck are you first? Let's
Hi,
try that again.
I'm Karen, the mother of bunnies, and in case the visual aid wasn't clear enough, Hildy ate my freaking headphones, so I'm using the less comfortable ones. I'm so mad. She was so fast. She was just like, this is delicious. Dab, 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 dab. Destroyed. Gone. Dead.
You don't do bunny cam.
She's lucky she's so freaking adorable. Yeah, no bunny cam tonight, so I don't have to monitor my headphones for spicy hay addicts.
And I'm Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. But you know that already because you've come, you joined. Last week we did Bloodless, a solo vampire TTRPG, which is RPG. I don't know about the tabletop element, but you considered a table while you did it. We sort of did. It's sort of a vampire journaling game where Karen and I played Stephanie and Jonathan Sanguine. Joseph Sanguine. Stephanie and Joseph Sanguine, octogenarian vampires who look after. It was so fun. It was very silly. We started off with a bridge tournament and wound up killing Italian mobsters. All because we were just having a shitty night. Yeah.
Grannies do, right?
I need to remind our glorious, replete, and possibly rather dashing audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have a YouTube for catching up on any previous episodes you may have missed, and we have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there. This Discord. We're also affiliated with some wonderful Beans Wooten Forge gaming accessories that make things like this gorgeous thing down here, the Dice Keeper. I've still got it with me. Never go anywhere without it. Trollord Games, who flick us some wonderful giveaways from time to time. They are a TTRPG producer online in the space, and they're very welcome, lovely folks. Sirenscape is the music that's gracing your ear holes. And Karen, could you tell us about the Ukraine?
I can. You may have heard about the war in Ukraine. Just kind of keeps on going. But so do we. As Zach likes to say, the nightmare persists, but so do we.
So do I.
If you follow the link, there are a number of options there where you can donate to help support Ukrainian refugees, of which there are sadly many, and will be more to come. Damn it. If you are in a position to give some support, please go right ahead and do so.
Though with the modern drone technology, it's going okay now. But, no war is better than some war, I always say. Hey, Terrace, lovely to see you, buddy. So, guys, what the absolute heck happened about 2.5 months ago?
No, guys, calm down. I'm going to do it. I know everyone wants to try. But
Daria, calm the fuck down.
I yearn for a recap.
Well, you can do next week.
The children, they yearn for the recaps.
Mines, it's funny you mentioned mines because there's mines in this town. We are in Mourningside. We have been sent here by Granny Iari. That's my grandmother's
You don't
name.
remember your own fucking grandma, and he's the guy
It's
that
been
makes
2.5 months.
Okay.
She's told us that ex wannabe God Emperor Sobel is here. Well, she didn't tell us, but the people who tried to assassinate us did. So we have come to this mountain town to try to track down famous war criminal Sobel and friends. When we arrived, we noticed that...
Oh no. We didn't notice anything.
Oh, Brennan, we need him. He's the only one with a functional memory.
Damn, we're done, Zo. We're done.
I would point
we'll
out that,
never
the assassins did go to assassinate her and you. It was sort of assassinations were attempted.
I know he didn't really want to do the recap, but this is a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll get my notes.
Oh boy.
What the fuck happened? Oh yeah, we went into the basement, where everything was slowly turning to stone. Which
hold on. I'll step in because you've jumped a whole bunch. So you went to Mourningside on the advice of the assassins.
Before we went in the basement.
You fucked about a bit in getting there. You stopped off at the avium, then you caught a Hyskalur to the avium, and then you teleported from the avium to whatever it was called. No, that's not me. To
Mourningside.
Morningside. Yeah. You caught a Hyskalur to the avium, and then you teleported from the avium to Morningside after everybody except John making terrible choices. There was one way around or the other. Then you get to Morningside and discover it's absurdly and upsettingly quiet. Then you notice whenever somebody makes any noise at all, loud and awful things happen to them. You go into the mine to find out exactly what the fuck is going on after talking to an old friend of Eric's, acquaintance of Eric's, who's the town herbalist, and says, yeah, don't know what the fuck. It's been about a week, 2 weeks maybe. Yeah, awful. If you could do something about it, that'd be great. We have no idea. And when people try to leave, they get eaten. So we're not doing that. Oh, by the way, that happened. It may not have been clear. You went into the mine. You found out that people in the mine are marginally safer. But the mine owner had gone sort of off, leaving his house guests in his house, and there are guards, and they described the house guest, and one of them was like, well, that's Sobel. So you guys went and checked out the house, and you snuck in super effectively, in combination of gaseous form and bug, and then Julio just fucking leaped to the wall, and Bron was there. Bron was like, man, this wasn't that difficult. I don't understand what everyone was complaining about. Then you found an orgy upstairs that you were like, look, hard pass on that one. We're not getting involved in that. You encountered Sobel's wife, who was clearly like a few sandwiches short of a lunchbox. And Julio, still disguised as a child for no apparent reason, because it's Julio's thing, I guess, engaged her in conversation, and child was generally easily better received. Look, it actually played. Who am I to criticize? She was far more comfortable talking to a small child with a spinny hat.
Yeah, I had a fucking strategy, and the fact that you're even questioning that is honestly offensive.
And then when the two of you started killing elementals in front of her, that upset her a lot. It undid all the good work of being a child in the first place. And
to be fair, they started trying to kill us.
Yeah, that's DM's fault, honestly.
This is very much he said, she said. I recall, mistakes were made on both sides. Some very fine people on both sides. Meanwhile, Kesh is upstairs trying to find a child who purports to be the child of this woman, and it turns out to be two children, but it's not. It's one elemental that's just holding hands with itself, and then it tries to eat her. A combination of fells and other not fell, sub or otherwise fell items. Stop being a problem, tab key. Terrace, did I do this for you? Tab key is very iffy. Start again. What else went down there? Yeah, so you guys had a bit of an interaction regarding the whole elementals thing. You found a couple of fells, or a fell and a Mordwelt, actually, was the name of the other elemental, though I don't know if you ever got its name. The fell is the air elemental, and it can just respawn. And it can actually split itself into two different parts if it wants to, which is why you encountered more than one of them at once. Although I don't think Bron was there for that. So then Mordwelt and Fell were banished once again, hopefully for the last time. But they've been sort of teaching the ways of the elemental to Sobel and Larimar. The guys had a short but violent escapade in Barovia at that point. And then came back, was like, yeah, cool, we've still got our own boss fight to fight. And we're actually worse off now than we were before. Go downstairs, went upstairs and checked everything out, killed a bunch of people having an orgy, just minding each other's business very thoroughly. And then found Charles, the Vulpin man, who was having a bath, killed his masseuse, rude, found more children who were also terrified and scared of the horrible thing, wanting a cuddle and nothing else, then killed them too, and then went downstairs to engage with Sobel and Larimar. Did so, murdered them, or rather, Eric sort of forced Larimar into like a crystal of earth elemental natureness that I don't know what he plans to do with, but it's awful and horrifying that he succeeded in doing that. Contest of wills over a couple of turns. Kesh spent a fair amount of time in a hole in the ground. A large portion of that was unconscious, probably for the best for her. She became absolutely terrified of Hope at one point, which was a shame because Hope was really trying to raise her. Then you guys, you succeeded. You win. You defeated Larimar, and then Hope actually did the coup de grace on Sobel after Bronn got bopped on the head one too many times and falls unconscious. Kesh clambers out of the hole on 1 hit point for the second time after nat 20ing her death saves at one point, then getting knocked straight back down again because I'm a bastard, and Julio was standing unfortunately just close enough to get them in a nice area effect together. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
No,
it's
you're not.
delicious.
Yeah, you love watching me spend an entire combat doing nothing.
I don't not love it. It was really tense and really fun and made us true converts to the we don't tell you what the death save roll was unless it's a 20. Because it amps it up so much. Hope has just sort of, I think Sobel was on like 2 hit points and then Hope did her thing. And we described it as Hope sort of flew around him and injected fire into his sort of swirly tornado form and just burned him from the inside. And he was trying to claw his own substance away. And Hope just sort of wraps him up in fire, blue flames, as I recall, as well, and reduces him also down to a sort of crystalline core and grabs it in her beak. And that's, I think, where we got. There you go. You're all off the hook.
Hey.
Look, the plan worked, everybody. We did it.
Damn it! Oh, you fucks. All right, Brendan, you can come back now.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy enough. Good job. Well done, me. So, mateys, may you befriend all harmless elementals you meet and not be forced to slay any of the ones that appear to be merely innocent children who have done you no wrong, as we head tremulously at first and then with mounting heat and passion into the Humblewood. Karen, can we have Mourningside? And we'll see if Brendan makes an appearance.
I believe he just has.
Hey!
Hello.
Oh my god, the plan is indeed working. Let's fucking go. Scam the DM.
Very effective, people.
It's probably for the best that Brendan was the person trying to do the recap because he means he has some idea of what did happen, so I don't have to do it again. But I caught them all up, mate. You're off the hook.
I was going, and then I could see that Daria looked incredibly well focused on me, and then I noticed that everyone was frozen, which meant that I was crashing.
So if I'm focused and paying attention, something went horribly wrong.
Obviously
Correct.
Mounting heat and passion into the Humblewood. So we return to the basement of quite a nice house in a mountain village, which has just witnessed a fairly major battle. The basement, not the village, between the party and a very long time nemesis of the party. Standing on the ground, her beak grasping the last remaining shard of a being that had once called itself Sobel, a small phoenix, her wings spread in triumph, screeches a hunting call. She looks at Eric, and in the corner of her eye, a tear can be seen. She stares at the man who once knew her better than any, and defiantly, she clamps her beak shut, crushing the shard to dust. She seems to swell, a wind whipping her feathers. The breeze flutters your robes, Eric, though your companions seem unaffected and Bron unconscious. And like ice water in your mind, the barest recognition returns, dribbling through your brain. You recall the moment you met this creature, a clearing in the scorched grove. The perspective is off. You see yourself through her eyes. Eric, what happened? And how did she feel as you gain insight into her feelings?
From her perspective, I can see that she was forced through this small gap in reality, against her will, into this wooded place, although this particular place looked well and truly burnt to the ground. And there was another being of fire there with her, the one that had forced her here, and they were when they arrived, there was only one person that they saw, one feathered person, and her captor knocked him away quite easily, and she felt, mixed with her panic, pity. And in that moment of confidence that the forces of this plane were basically nothing, its grasp of control over hope waned, and so she was able to escape into the nearest thing that had any amount of magical ability and attunement, which was this fledgling druid. And that moment of defiance itself put the captor on the back foot, and with her abilities, or her fire fueling the druid's abilities, they were able to stand their ground for long enough that this really bully of an elemental realized that this wasn't going to be an easy fight, and decided to retreat like the coward it was.
So Eric, you begin to, and it'll take you some time to sort of process, but Eric, you now, Hope has the strength from this, what she has acquired from basically eating Sobel, is the strength to give you her memories and to function a little bit more like a familiar in some regards. So you have a degree of mental communication that you didn't have before.
Okay.
And yeah, Eric, she is feeding you. This is how you know me. This was our time together. And whilst it isn't perfect, it has the ring of familiarity, even though you don't go, oh, right. It's like, right, being reminded of a memory you forgot, sort of thing. But you still don't have your own perspective on it. You only have her perspective. But it's almost like it doesn't matter.
It feels like she's providing a torch that is burning away the darkness that is clouding this memory.
So that happens. Kesh, Julio, you are Kesh particularly fucking exhausted. Bron is literally bleeding out. Eric is probably a bit sort of taken aback by this. So Kesh, Julio, what do you do?
Can we give Braun some medical help?
Yeah, you're welcome to. Please.
I don't have. Listen, friend, I have no magic left to give, except this hash brown, and I put the hash brown on the gushing wound, like.
They are absorbent.
I have the feet. I have the chef feet.
Yeah.
So you can gain.
Those are temps, though, I think.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm gonna check. During a short rest, which we definitely need, yeah, you gain temporary hit points. So
Yeah.
so you know.
Hey,
This is a
I've got
Baldur's
healing.
Gate. Yeah, you're unconscious. Hey, Kesh, do you have any magic?
I've got
Or do you
8,
wanna-
which will let you
Oh, that's great.
regain 10
That'll
hit
do.
points. And it'll
If you've-
temporarily increase your max by 10 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that would do it. That'd get him back up. If you've got the spell slots for it.
I do, because I didn't do much
Cool,
in that old
yeah.
fight we just
That's right.
had.
Well, that's handy. Look,
Yeah,
Positive.
so everybody take 10 hit points and increase your max by 10.
Thank you.
I now have 12 hit points.
So is that
Ooh.
you're burning a third to do that?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Love it.
Nice.
Everybody increases their max by 10.
Hey, that resets. My max was at -8. So thank you.
Yeah, just remember what it's supposed to be, because I'm nowhere near somewhere I could tell you. Yeah, cool. You do that. Bron, your eyes sort of flicker open, and it's weird because you are at once like really badly hurt, and yet you feel like your reserves are increased in size, even if you've already expended them.
Huh?
It's like, I feel fitter, but not better.
Thank you. Cool. I guess I try and sit up, and stand up, and have a look around.
Yep.
I would like to loot this room, please. Well, this basement.
Yeah, the basement is I think your earlier supposition was that the basement actually joins onto the mine. However, a rapid exploration of it determines this was in fact malarkey. And it seems if it did, it no longer does. Bear in mind the creatures that lived in here probably could burrow. But it doesn't necessarily mean they left a tunnel behind afterwards. So yeah, this place is very much it's about 100 square feet circle. Yeah, there is nothing of any real note in it. It was kind of made for a fight. It's very much like they were waiting for you down here. They made it a place that they could actually... It could also be they were practicing being elementals, and they needed just a decent-sized space in which to just try shit out. Larimar had a massive crystalline warhammer that was kind of most of her left arm. However, that disappeared with her. Sobel had a sword wreathed in lightning that similarly disappears when he died. So no gear, I am afraid. And you have searched all the other rooms down here in the basement. Julio found a book that contained the word home in basically Palinar for Alderheart, the language of the Alderheart that doesn't exist yet. And I think some listen was, or the remains of some listen was also found, and a plush, a well-worn plush figure of Riffin, the owl, the Strignoid, who, it only occurred to me He's a night. Because he's an owl.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that was on purpose on their part. There was another room that contained barrels and stuff, and a mimic that you killed without it ever getting to do anything to you. Yeah. That is what you found here. Upstairs, there was a room with Charles is still in the bath. I think he was the only elemental that you actually spoke to and left alive. Except for Mercy, who's kind of pseudo-alive. Indeed, Mercy is quiet in Julio's head. In fact, Julio, I would say you can feel a combination of elation and terror from Mercy. Yeah, that's what you sense. It's sort of a, yes, congratulations, also, fuck. What have I done?
Yeah, if I may, I want to kind of focus on Mercy and ask, you're afraid. Can you tell me why?
I've been bonded to the plane of air for a decade or two now. The being I'm now inhabiting, just slew one of its most powerful servants. If it ever gets its grasps on me again, it'll be unpleasant. That's all. I'm pretty confident you guys have got my back, and I'm pretty sure this will work out. But yeah.
Well,
congratulations, great job.
Thanks. If this is any help, I'm kind of tight with Alderheart. You know, we can get you some witness protection program in the big tree.
Yeah, that'd be fun. If you don't want a permanent passenger, that's cool.
You know, my eye has been kind of like a magical Airbnb for like a lot of shit nowadays. This is not fazing me.
That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like maybe a little bit of solitude could do me.
Having your own space back would be, I get it, yeah. House guests.
You're a good roommate, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's a little cramped in here.
Your friend, sorry, it's just after being the pawn of a powerful entity for so long, I'm kind of just a little bit reluctant to sign up for another one, even if it is a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, you can give it a think. We're gonna be cleaning up all this and probably go to Alderheart, and you can just feel it out. There's no pressure.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Tell Eric I said hi. I'll shush so you can have your space.
Okay. And I will look at Eric. How's he doing?
I think she would say one more thing. It's like, it's nice to just sort of be corporeal and, you know, not engaged in coitus for a while.
See, this is where you lose me. See, this is where...
And, like, just for a while. I don't know if you've ever had to have sex for, like, 3 weeks straight.
Oh, listen, in my youth, I've been through a lot. You know, I've been on a pirate ship. That's a lot of people in one tight space, you know?
So a certain kind of pirate. Okay, yeah.
All about that booty. Anyway, I'm gonna go check up on my friend.
I'll shush. All right.
Yeah, how's Eric looking with all the info?
I'm kind of curious too, like, what does it look like? Do the others see Hope as this large phoenix?
I think, yeah, Hope has increased in size by about a third. We described her last time as about the size of a swallow. Now probably more a small goose. So it's probably doubled in size, actually. A goose, maybe not a duck. like still a shoulder bird size creature, but like the upper end of what would be comfortable, a parrot. Like a couple of foot wings.
Are there any other birds that you want to cycle through?
African
And
swallow
I
or
think
European
parakeet.
swallow?
Yeah. Well, so
Pelican.
yeah, I think she's sitting. She hasn't really moved. I think both of you have kind of just been standing having meaningful eye contact, while she's downloading to you what you saw. So I don't think either of you are actually really present in the space, and it's only so fast you're processing it in sort of the time it took to actually occur. So it's probably a process of several minutes to buffer.
Okay. Cool. Well, there are things that I want to assess about the situation, but I'm happy to wait until that's done. But I imagine if because Julio is asking, speaks to Eric, then that will probably kind of snap him out of what is happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Julio would be like, hey, Mercy says hi.
Okay. Great. I say hi to her too, I suppose.
Hope flutters up onto Eric's shoulder. It could be read as possessive.
Wings over the ears.
And a skeletal hand emerges from Eric's chest and gives Julio the finger.
Hey, I'm not the one.
It's Mercy, not Julio.
Nice.
So just as a recap, I'm not sure if you mentioned this in the recap, but at the end of last session, towards the end of the last session, Larimar was melted down into a molten bit and then surrounded, kind of encased. So I want to find that.
You have it.
Great. Fantastic.
I think you rendered it down and then holding it.
Brilliant. Okay. And I'm pretty confident that that she is contained within that her essence didn't evaporate back to the plane.
No, you got her.
Great. In terms of Sobel, you described Hope as kind of eating him.
Pretty much.
Is that literal in the sense that I feel like his essence has returned back to the plane, or do I feel like his essence was ended?
She has consumed what little remained. He is a done deal. He's not gone back to the plane of air. He wasn't a true elemental. They were still in the final phases of becoming. So they're close enough as damn it. They were immortal functionally. So imprisoning them is still possible, and ending them is still possible if you do it in the right way, which you guys did.
Yeah. Do I feel like it would be possible to contain or destroy a full-fledged elemental in a similar way?
Potentially. If you got the hang of it, if you worked on the method.
If we had enough power to fuel it.
Yeah. Not in a Pokemon style way, but yes.
Yeah.
You could render them down to. I mean, that's what is effectively what they did. The original druids did with the aspect of fire when they created the Scorched Grove in the first place, and that whole business happened. They rendered it down, or rather, they rendered down the ice elemental they used against it to make into a weapon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so this is Larimar, and
Hi, Larimar.
And Sobel is done. Sobel is now, well, has been eaten by Hope.
Hope screeches and actually emits a gout of flame from her beak.
Nice, bon appetit.
It's not going to give her indigestion, is it?
No.
Ruffles feathers.
Where air elemental and fire elemental are not diametrically opposed, so in fact it might. It's made her bigger, and potentially that's a permanent change. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll give her an increased fly speed. Hey, DM. Haha. No, just kidding.
You can talk to her. That's what you got.
So I don't think that they were quite full-fledged elementals, so I think it may be possible for us to destroy or capture elementals in a similar sense, but we would need a lot more juice than what we had. But on the bright side, if there are any other wannabe tyrants turned newly elemental, then we could probably have Hope eat them.
Ooh.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, unless we do something stupid with this, we should not have to ever worry about Sobel or Larimar again.
Cool.
So the success of this plan hinges on us not doing anything stupid.
On that note, it is a chunk. It is effectively a chunk of the Earth plane.
Look, stupid is relative. And if anyone knows what they're doing with pieces of elementals, it is us and the people that we would entrust with them. And certainly we should probably not let this out of our sight, but there's no reason that this couldn't be a part of something else, say a weapon.
You don't say.
How interesting.
But
do we know someone who would do that?
No, we don't know anyone who could do anything like that.
Bron is very tired. I don't know if he would actually.
Everyone's like, yeah, no, I got no one.
Hey,
Maybe
Bron,
Gabby.
I'm already looking after an immense amount of
You are.
elemental energy, which is powered by like 7,000 souls. Would you hold on to this for me, please?
Yeah, cool. Can do. Yep. Yeah. So, do we need to be like worried if you get hit very hard? Are you going to explode?
Oh, well, only if this gets hit.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
This
Good to know.
other gem of souls and elemental energy.
So,
Odd energy, yeah.
so you now have a video game weak spot.
We have a nuke. You are our walking nuke.
Yes,
It
actually.
feels like bag of holding. Yeah, you're Gale in this situation.
I
Absolutely.
was just like, oh, okay, cool. So one of our party can now blow up accidentally. But honestly, what's new?
I do that.
That reminds me, actually. How could I have forgotten? All the one day. We should make returning this to the Alderheart an utmost priority.
It's got about a week.
This is essentially the egg of a god.
Oh, cool.
Because remember, Nevermore, who wants to be a god, is in here, as well as all the energy that he needs to become one.
Right. We're juggling a lot of balls right now, aren't we?
Is it home time?
Yeah, when
maybe.
is our Hyskalur gonna arrive to pick us up?
Well, that's a fairly good question. So the Hyskalur will probably be due around now, actually. Yeah, you've been in town for no more than 6 hours, and they were probably about 6 hours behind you.
Oh, nice.
You've crammed a lot into those 6 hours. Like last time Ned Procyon saw you, you hadn't fought a god, killed a god, fought 3 or 4 major elementals, and bopped a lady on. No, you didn't bop a lady on the head. But yeah, you've had a day. When Ned sees you, like, the fuck happened to you at the Avium? That place down there is absurdly quiet. So yeah,
we should check on Mrs. Sobel
Yes.
and
Oh yeah.
and the mine to make sure that everything is back to normal there. And I suppose it would be rude of us to leave without saying goodbye to my friend, whose name I remember.
Ah, yes.
What did you say,
Reginald Feather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. So you remembered.
Okay, cool. So, like, say goodbye to your friend. Check on the mine. Something Sobel.
Mrs. Sobel.
Mrs. Sobel. And then
We
home time.
probably don't have enough time to give her the emotional support and counseling that she probably requires.
But then,
So
I think
we-
a week
might
would
have
also
to-
not be enough.
Should we take her back to the Alderheart with us? Or leave her here?
I think
Leaving her
that
here
is.
feels neglectful somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes sense. I think ultimately that's your call and hers. I suppose if she doesn't want to leave, then you have the authority to take her into custody.
Has she committed a crime? Or is she just...
No, but she's a valuable witness, is the thing. Like, I would love for us not to force her to anything, but she knows about what Sobel has been up to since the unfortunate disappearance, so...
I think,
If nothing
it's actually
else,
worthy
I
to-
would be concerned about her safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although if we bring her back to the Alderheart, she will almost certainly be heavily investigated and probably taken into custody.
Right.
She's not particularly well. She actually probably doesn't know very much about what's been going on since. She went straight from the Alderheart to here without really any pit stops, and then lived in this house while her husband did some weird shit. Her children were sent away. They are not at Alderheart. They're not at the Humblewood either. They have gone further. My
point is, regardless of whether or not we think she's suspicious,
Yeah.
as the wife of a highly sought-after war criminal and potential usurper, if we bring her back to town, they will, at the very least, interrogate her. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah.
But that's a cash call, basically. Eric makes a good point, but it is a cash call. And you could go up and ask her.
Like, my impulse is to take her with us for multiple reasons. Hopefully, if that is put to her, she will come quietly. I don't really want to have to, like, drag her off in chains.
Yeah.
She seems not quite all there. You know?
I didn't really get a chance to interact with her, but I'm inclined to agree with you that if she does come with us, which I think that she should, it should be by willing. So, are we going to fight anymore? Do we expect to be pulled into another portal and fight another Dracula?
God, I hope not. I'm so
Great.
sore.
Okay. Well, Kesh, if anyone's going to convince her, it's going to be you. I cast Enhance Ability.
Oh, thank you.
Fox's Cunning, I believe. That is my last spell slot. My 3rd level spell slot, which I was saving for Revivify.
Good. A portal appears directly.
Fuck off, Bennick!
We're full.
Yeah, you see a vulture's beak begin to emerge. You smack it and it disappears.
You get the newspaper. Stop it! Stop it! Cool. Well, I will try and
Eagle Splendor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Eagle Splendor, yeah.
Well, I will try and tidy myself up a smidge, and then I'll go talk to the newly widowed Mrs. Sobel.
Hey, look. She was kind of widowed a while back. She's just now actually. You traipse back upstairs, looking decidedly the worse for wear. She's heard bangs, crashes, and a few thunderclaps from downstairs, and yet the lady is in the living room and is carefully spoon-feeding soup into the beak of an unconscious man on the couch.
Oh, do I recognize
He
him?
is, yeah, the front door is open and she has clearly dragged him from the front gate.
One of the guards.
She went out, got him as he, and the other is lying out there collapsed, like puppet with the strings cut. And she sort of looks up as you come in and says, "Oh, hello. Yes. How did that all go?
Well,
Garvin here is not well. I'm worried about him. He hasn't been touching his food, and but he seems he's at least he's able to move now, aren't you, Garvin dear?" And Garvin is not conscious. He's sort of bleary, like his eyes are open. He's not aware, really.
These were the guards that we're pretty sure were possessed and doing 46-hour shifts.
Yeah.
in flagrant violation of workplace, regulation.
Yeah. She says, would one of you or a couple of you strapping young folks go out and grab Jewel out there and bring him in as well, the poor dear? I'll give him something to eat as well.
That's great. So we have a...
I will.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric. So we have an Hyskalur inbound, arriving very soon, and
Lovely.
given the nature of the situation, we think it would be best if you came with us back to Alderheart, and obviously we can, if there isn't a suitable healer here, we can take the guards too.
That would be very sensible, I think. I think it would be a jolly good idea if you take them. Certainly. I can't really go without my husband. Where is he? Did you find him?
My brain is just like, how do I tell her that her husband turned himself into an elemental, which then turned into a crystal that was then eaten by an elemental familiar that's now flying around her house?
I'm gonna
Maybe.
inspire Kesh real quick. I'm gonna be like, oh, so yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Good luck, Kesh.
Like, do I lie to
Julio
her?
goes to help carry.
Do I lie to her?
For the
to
record,
keep
I
the-
think
Bron,
I probably would have gone away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, do I lie to her to keep her calm, or do I tell her the
I
truth
think-
and hope she takes it well?
Bron has an idea, and not trying to take over the conversation, but maybe just to give Kesh a bit of a prompt, I think goes, he unfortunately didn't make it.
That's your
As in,
idea.
like, we don't need to tell her how. We just
Oh,
we can
alright,
just
okay.
say that he didn't, is the idea.
Yeah, she probably won't ask.
Yeah, she won't want to see the body or anything.
No.
Well, I'll let Bron say that and then see what her reaction to that is, and then I will step in accordingly.
Didn't make it? Make what?
Well, Sobel was messing with some very powerful elemental magic, and well, the easiest way to say it is that it seems to have consumed him.
She does not react. Oh. Well, that was silly of him. She doesn't seem able to process it. Right. Well, that means someone needs to look after the children.
Yes.
I should find them. You said they're upstairs?
What children?
Turns out they were just illusions of children upstairs. So we are sending. Do we know where the real children are? Did we find out?
They were sent to a family. I think someone did look through Sobel's papers and found a location of the where. If not, Kesh can have a quick sort of do the police work after the fact sort of situation and
I
find
believe that
location.
study no longer exists.
He was also using Jim and Wentworth's study for more practical purposes. And yeah, I believe there was a communications. If there wasn't, I'll say there was. So yeah, it wouldn't be overly difficult for Kesh to find that out. It wasn't a secret.
Well, it turns out the children upstairs, they were illusions of the children to throw people off the scent. But we have ascertained the location of the actual children and will be organising for their safe transport to wherever you are. So, the Alderheart, presumably.
Well, I should like to go and get them myself. Is that allowed?
I think it's not on the way.
It's not.
It's
It's
not on
the
the
complete opposite direction. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen my babies in quite a while.
If I may, you probably have noticed that when you try to think of things or try to understand what is happening here, it's like wading through a swamp, right? You've been under the influence of a lot of suppressive magic, and I very much understand your want to be with your children, but before we can do that, I think it's fair to go to the doctors first to check if you are okay, if you can be on your own. I have one level 3... No, I'm not going to say that. I have an opportunity.
Very meta comment, darling.
I can send someone to check on them meanwhile and get a report back. But you've been in this place with a lot of elemental magic for a long time.
And it's important to remember that you won't be able to take care of the children properly if you're not recovered yourself. And we are a little concerned about the after effects of the magic you've been exposed to.
Make a persuasion check, and because everybody cast the magic on Kesh, we'll have her do it.
Let's go.
You have
a
advantage.
D8.
You do have an advantage
yes,
and a
yes.
D8. Yeah.
Welcome up.
Okay. That is an 18 on the dice plus a D8.
Whoa!
Nice.
Plus a 7. Motherfreakers. So,
20.
yeah.
Kesh isn't a 0 at charisma either.
Yeah, so 18 plus 7, so 25.
25.
25
Nice.
to persuade
Nice.
her to do it Kesh style.
Kesh, yeah, she says, well, yes, okay. That makes sense, and that sounds sensible. I don't want to be any danger to anybody. Is it all right if I look after Garvin and Jewel while you sort of arrange for them to be transported, at least?
Oh, absolutely. That would be very helpful if you could look after them while we arrange to be on be safely on our way.
Here's Jewel.
Like a wet fish. Jewel is, if anything, looking less healthy than Garvin. Death's Door, and more sort of from incredible dehydration, starvation, famine, and
It's a
exhaustion.
shame we don't have access to Revivify.
You'd be talking in D&D terms 5 levels of exhaustion and 1 hit.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Have some soup,
Even my
dear.
hash browns can't get rid of that one.
I-
Sorry.
didn't expect anyone to look worse than us. but here we are.
Yeah, no, they've been literally standing there awake for over a week. The other one, if you look, is dead.
Yeah.
The one that was actually walking expended more energy. He's dead.
The
he was
one that
corpse.
she's currently looking after, Garvin.
No. Garvin and Jewel were the two at the gate. There was a third doing laps.
I see.
And he is dead. He's actually died. Looks like about 3 days ago.
Damn.
He just
What a
didn't
way to
stop.
go.
Yeah.
Died at work.
I watched the film The Long Walk recently, and that is what's in my head now. Just this guy just going back and forth, and even when he dies,
also,
he can't stop walking.
It's also the end of Wolverine Origins.
Oh yes.
That
she's
classic.
like, walk that way and don't stop, and the guy just walks for days until somebody goes, "Hey, you okay there, buddy?" He's like, "Oh shit, where am I?" He's like walked halfway across America. Anyway, you Marissa Highglider has agreed. Kesh, if you stick your nose outside, you do see a Hyskalur. It's only about. It's in the distance. It's maybe about a K or two away. Doing a pass by. It does look rather like you can. It's far enough away that you probably can't see anybody on it specifically, but it does look like weirdly close. If it's not a normal flight path, this is somebody has swooped in to have a checkout, yeah, but far enough away that you couldn't easily communicate with it. But if you want to flag down a ride, now would be a good time. You're a couple of kilometers away. How do you? Yeah.
I'll cast Produce Flame and throw a fireball into the air.
That'll do it.
I mean, it might. As in like a fireworks sort of flare situation.
Yeah.
I'm
combine it with a little druid craft.
Yeah.
Have the fireball explode into a bunch of leaves.
I also have druid craft, so I will send up my own leafy firework.
Chat, can we roll a D3 in
I also have
chat?
druidcraft. Can we all just like compile our powers?
Yeah, a D3 in chat. If it's not a 1, it's a 3. I was giving you a 2 out of 3 chances that he would swoop in.
Nice.
So
Ron, I think, is just gonna watch these three and be like, "What the fuck is going on?
leaves.
Why? Why?"
Yeah, the Hyskalur slowly, majestically turns in the air. This living dirigible. Probably take 10-15 minutes to get here. It's not a fast vessel, but it's quicker than walking. And it has to descend, which isn't particularly easy. How you're going to get a couple of near corpses up to it is an interesting conversation to have. But walking, because to do this, you actually have to leave the compound of the Wentworth home. And as you come out and start shooting loud fireworks off into the sky,
They're not loud. They're
people,
not actual fireworks.
They're
fire.
little flowers and leaves.
But doing this is like calling notice down, and people come out like, just check, like, what the hell? These strangers, and they're shooting off what?
Oh, we should probably tell them that it's safe now.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like, Kesh will be like, is there like a fountain or a bench or something Kesh can stand on?
Yeah, let's say that there is. I like the fountain idea. There is a fountain, probably not far from. It would actually, you know what? It's the well. It's the village well.
Cool.
The one in the main square.
Kesh, just before you make an announcement, just to be safe, I'm going to pick up a rock and throw it away, and just make sure.
He says loudly, and then hucks a rock. But yes, nothing bad happens.
Okay, great. Okay, go ahead.
Kesh will climb up on the well and be like, attention everyone! As you may
And yeah, you get shushed from several different angles, and then people are like,
Sorry,
Huh.
yeah, we seem to have addressed the root cause of the whole sound curse business. You're welcome. If everyone could kind of check in with each other and see if anyone is injured or distressed and in need of assistance, please let us know ASAP. We'll be over there waiting for our Hyskalur to land.
Couple of minutes later, there is enough noise from the center of town has caused most people to emerge from their houses and have a look around. Reginald pops out and is, as the only person in town who actually knows who the fuck you are, comes over and says, like, so you solved it in under what is it now? Looks at the, because watches don't exist. He looks at the sky to check the time, and he was just like, no more than 4 hours. That's fast work. Well done. What was it?
Elementals. Some cranky elementals.
Yeah.
Right.
They were
Right.
not fans of noise and irritation. They really liked their tranquil silence, which is valid, but you can't murder people for that.
Yes, well, it's not a particularly noisy village at the best of times. Well, jolly good. So you're leaving, are you? Just sort of flying visit off on the next Hyskalur? An exciting life.
Yes, we've got to transport some people back to Alderheart. But
People?
yes. Though I do want to ascertain if everyone's more or less all right. I don't know if any of the people who disappeared will come back, but hopefully, maybe. Like, what would have happened to them? Were they dead? Were they being murdered?
We don't know.
You do not know.
And
all the people who could have told you are dead.
checking the mine.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
If they weren't in the mansion, then the mine might be the other place that they may have wound up.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
want to stick my head in the mine before we leave.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
to...
The mine is the only place that wouldn't immediately be able to hear a commotion from the town.
Yeah.
So Reginald says, well, yes, all right. You say who needs transporting and why?
Mrs. Sobel in there is not quite in her right mind. She seems to have had some magical effects that have left her a little bit out of it. So we're going to take her to get her looked at and reunite her with her children, hopefully. And a couple of the guards are almost dead. So we're going to do what we can to avoid them crossing that precipice.
Oh, so you didn't kill them?
Oh no, they were basically being magically forced to patrol constantly, so they're dehydrated and hungry and exhausted.
Well, perhaps I should ply my trade then. Yeah, I can. I'll obviously sort of what I do around here is a healer, not quite as gifted as Master Eric here, but still reasonably competent, I like to think. Here, I'll go and, if you don't mind, if it's not a problem, a crime scene or anything, is it? I suppose.
Oh, no, go ahead. Mrs. Sobel is giving them some soup.
Well,
There
that's probably...
is one guard who didn't survive.
Yeah, there is one dead guy.
The one that was forced to patrol.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
the
we shall. I shall have it seen to that he is buried with all honors and such. Okay. Well, I shall assist with Mrs. Sobel. Lovely. Never met the lady. Yes.
She's a bit...
Well then. I see. Well, I shall put on my best. And he's not even sure exactly what he means by that. Neither am I. You head over to the mine.
Sorry, have we had short rest by that point, right?
Yup.
I mean, you can if you like. Which is
I
At
think we
least
should.
while we were talking with Mrs. Sobel.
Yeah,
it takes
that's
an hour.
Yeah.
A short rest is an hour. That conversation was 10 minutes tops. But I will happily say you can have a short rest.
Yeah, because one of us is like on a PP amount of health. Like that's it's not great.
Yeah. 2, I think.
2 actually.
Yeah.
12 points, baby!
Yeah, we
Good
gotta
sneeze
just
and knock
points of
me
the
over.
So yeah, you head on over to the mine. You find the mine superintendent, who has a name. Yes, you find the mine superintendent, and they are waiting for you. They were they see you arrive, and yeah, there we go. Wentworth's house. Corin Nightingloss. Yeah, Corin sees you arrive and says, "How'd it go?"
It went great!
Yay!
So the Discord
Great.
elemental shushed you.
Yeah, I did. And now rocks fall. Karen dies. No, a pit. I think with lightning.
A pit opens up beneath Kesh. She
A
falls in
pit
and
falls
dies
on
again.
you, and then you die.
Now.
Oh, not again!
Corin goes, "Oh, cool. Great. What was it?"
Elementals. Very cranky elementals.
Right, cool. Do you know what happened to the
nobles who wanted to turn into elementals?
Elementals, pseudo-elementals, all very angry. All now dead.
Cool. Great. Good job. Awesome. Thanks for that. That's a really cool. I'll spread the word.
Yeah,
But everyone can go back to their homes.
Yeah, and obviously if, we've got our Hyskalur coming in.
Did you find any of the? You didn't find any of the ones who disappeared?
Not as yet. We're not entirely sure where they went. So
I suspected that potentially that they may be in the depths of this mine, if not under the mansion where all of the epicenter of the elemental stuff happened. Because if I recall correctly, you weren't allowed into the depths of the mine, is that correct?
We've kind of only if you're a miner. The kids were at the sort of base camp down there. They went or they were left alone. We're not exactly sure but they've disappeared. They've gone, and yeah.
Is there any part of the mine that you haven't been to recently that they may have been taken to?
No, it was searched very thoroughly.
well, we're going to keep looking into it, obviously, and hopefully we'll be able to work out at least what happened to them. I mean, my concern is that could they have been taken to a different elemental plane? Is that even possible?
Eric, Cash, you're the two elemental specialists particularly. All the planes, when they kill something, they take what they kill. It's entirely like the death plane was making off with souls. It's entirely believable that the air and earth planes were doing the same.
But to take bodies and remains as well?
Well, it was an earth elemental. They can move earth. They can they may well be down here buried.
Yeah.
The body's buried so deeply you'd probably never find them.
Yeah.
If they don't pop up of their own accord, it's probably a safe bet that they won't. And in fact, these things were fairly horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just trying to, because I was pretty sure that the planes didn't really care much about the physical bodies when they're taking the souls. Yeah. Okay, great. I'm not going to share that out loud in front of this person.
If Kesh and the gang, if the lot of you are going to have a quick look down in the mine, however, you may make an investigation check. I think Kesh
sure will.
and Bron, please. Not all four of you, but Kesh and Bron definitely.
Sure.
Who has the
sort of thing
biggest,
that-
coolest investigation? I have my inspirations.
Probably
again, if
Bron.
You guys want?
Oh,
Okay,
21!
But then
I'm
Kesh
gonna
does roll that,
inspire-
so...
Well, I already know the role, so I just inspire Bron.
Okay.
And that gives me how much?
A D8.
D8.
Yeah, D8.
Ooh. Okay.
Minor.
Goodness.
Yeah.
29.
Whoa,
Jesus.
okay.
I rolled an 18 and a 6, and I have a +5.
Dude!
Investigation?
Heck yes.
Yes.
Yeah, investigation. So,
Yeah.
whilst I think you do a fairly heavy-duty sweep of the mine, spreading the news as well, or a very limited version of it. Basically, it's safe to go outside, and the killings will probably, hopefully, the killings ought to stop. If the killings continue, there's something else happening as well that is not elemental
Someone else
related.
is doing the killing.
Yeah, no one's allowed to use if murders do continue, it's murders, and you should probably look for a more reasonable explanation than elementals from another plane of existence. Both of you, however,
it's just some prick.
in the course of this, Bron and Kesh, you witness how they are mining down here, what tool they are using to do it. Because this is a metal mine, they are mining for sort of fairly heavy-duty metals down here. They are using a type of mining hammer that you had not seen before. And there's a couple of spares if you wanted to make off with one. They are quite expensive and valuable items, but it is a hammer, and I've seen these in real life. It's really cool. It is a hammer with a shotgun shell mounted in the actual hammer part, so that when you strike something, it explodes. These aren't actually used for mining. I just saw them on a YouTube video. I thought that's neat. There is an annual thing, obviously in America, where they do this. Of course, it's in America. Why did you even wonder? And people routinely get badly hurt using them, but they do still do it because it's so fun. And
this sounds like
making these
exactly what I want.
absurd hammers that explode. So I will. This is a thing that Bron could. I will allow you either get one now that has a function, or Bron can make one himself. A single version of it. It requires a cantrip to recharge it, like the boomstick. But on the first hit, it is a warhammer. Well, it is a war pick.
Nice.
But you could, if Bron was making it, he could make it into a different bludgeoning weapon. That on the first strike does an extra 2d8, either fire or force. It is force. However, if Bron re-engineered them, it could be 2d6 force or 2d8 fire. If Bron re-engineered and made his own, he could make one that did 2d8 fire. Or he can have a war pick that does, or Kesh. Kesh doesn't have a melee, a really good melee weapon, is the point. But yeah, either of them could have it.
It sounds expensive, and these people have just undergone quite a bit of tragedy.
They've lost quite a few miners. They've probably got spares. That's partially why it's being offered. When Bron sees it and goes, woo! Corin, who is walking with you, goes, oh yeah, these are cool, hey. And when Bron is so clearly like fascinated, she's like, do you want to keep one? And Bron could either say no, and I'll make one myself, or he could just say no. That'd be basically.
So you hit it and
We
it
can
glows
pay
up a
them
little
for
bit.
one.
You could
Hey?
buy one, yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
They're
they
expensive,
also
we can
don't.
just give them money.
They don't own it. It belongs to Jim and Wentworth, who is part of the problem here. So
Screw that guy,
um,
then. Let's take the freaking hammer.
Yeah.
Whose
I-
hammer? Our hammer.
Who's hammer?
Kaboom!
I am perfectly fine. Like Bron would say yes, not necessarily because he's going to keep it. It could be me or Kesh. That's fine. But I think Bron his immediate reaction would be like, yes, one of us is keeping this. Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
And if we need to, I can make a second one, maybe.
Would I be allowed to dual wield them like my short swords?
I don't think you can dual wield war picks. They are,
Aww.
I believe, a two-handed weapon.
What if I had just a little one on the other hand?
A chisel.
Here's the option then. I would allow, if you took one, Bron can rework it. It is a sort of a priority. This is why I'm allowing you to have one. It is a sort of a closely guarded secret of its manufacture. Because it's not a shotgun shell. It is binding a small fire-based cantrip spell into the weapon. So it is a weapon that has a specialized magical receptacle for that. It would be an infusion to make a second, because it would be replicating a magic object. This is a magical item. However, Bron, you can re-engineer it if you wanted to make it into a light hammer. If Kesh was looking for a light weapon that could still do it, you could turn it into a light hammer for Kesh, or you could have it be whatever you want. Yeah. That's a downtime activity.
Yeah, okay, cool. I think my intention is going to be to give it to Kesh, because Kesh does need a magical weapon, and I was going to do that anyway with an infusion, so this works out perfectly. It's basically the same. So, yeah.
But it doesn't cost you the infusion if you just keep the
Exactly.
one. You can make a second if you burn the infusion. Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
I don't
so there you go.
need
You
two
do get
hammers. I don't do melee an awful lot, so I'll probably be fine with.
offhand short sword is fine because that a light hammer is a light weapon, so you can dual wield them. But you don't have to dual wield the same thing. Cool. As you emerge from the mine, the townsfolk of Mourningside have emerged in force. For the first time in probably 2 or 3 weeks.
Ron hides the hammer quickly behind his back.
Oh, the owner is not here. The Hyskalur is coming into land, or not land, but sort of dock. And it would seem actually that the Mourningside Inn is also the sort of there isn't a formal dock for it, but that it has a particularly high and sturdy spire that one of these things can sort of moor itself to, and then the crew can climb up and down in the manner of a mountaineer. But Ned Procyon, very swashbucklingly, just a rope hits the ground in front of Kesh as she's walking out, hefting this thing, going like, that's not bad, I don't mind it, and hands it back to Bron, just as a coil of rope drops in front, and then a swashbuckling Mapap, looking significantly less tired and more debonair than Kesh, sort of lands in front of her and says, Kesh, how did it go?
Everything hurts, but I'm not dying.
Well, he sort of, great. And you've sorted already.
Yeah.
We
turns
presume
out...
that was why you were shooting off fireworks or whatever it was.
Oh, we just wanted to make sure you knew where you were supposed to come. Yeah. Turns out we just had to kill some elementals and some almost elemental wannabes, and we're groovy. So we're all good. We've got a few people we need to take back to Alderheart, though.
Kesh,
You wanting the
occurs
reverse?
to me that with everyone around, if you wanted to explain to them who was responsible for this thing that has been plaguing their town for weeks or months, now would be the time.
What was the name of rich dude again?
Jim and Wentworth.
Wentworth.
Jim and Wentworth.
Well,
All right.
he's the owner of the house who
He
Please.
fucked off a while back.
Yeah, and I think we found mail basically saying, "Hey, I'm going to take over your house and do bad shit. Do you want to get out of town?" Is that effectively what we saw?
Sobel arrived. There was communications about, hey, we're going to come and stay. Is that cool? You did not find any evidence to suggest that Jimond directly had been told. That was probably happened while they were in the same house together. However, Jimond did fuck off about 6 weeks ago. So well before the real uppity stuff started happening. But yeah, got out of Dodge, and it's pretty clear why. It could easily be inferred, but you have no evidence. It would actually seem like almost evidence had been deliberately removed.
Yeah, I'll kind of give an abbreviated version of events.
Just whatever you say. Keep in mind, Mrs. Sobel is standing right there.
Yeah.
She's actually still in the house, so she's not. You can.
I'll just be like, you may remember disgraced councillors and traitors, Sobel and Larimar. Turns out they took over. God, I've forgotten his name again already. Jimond
Wentworth.
Jimond Wentworth. So basically they were like to Mr. Wentworth, we're going to take over your house because we're cooking up some stuff. And he got the hell out of town. Kind of fair. And they were basically trying to turn themselves into elementals. And by harnessing some powerful elementals who obviously really hated people being noisy, which is kind of fair. But also death seems like a really harsh punishment for that. But the good news is they have all been dealt with. We will be taking a few people back to Alderheart to get some magical treatment. So hopefully they'll make a recovery. So sorry for the inconvenience. Do let us know if there's any further issues of a similar nature.
Let's
pretend Kesh did that way more articulately than my tired, strung-out brain is capable of right now.
I think it's worth noting that Kesh is still very much under the effects of an eagle's splendor.
I've
Kesh,
got 12 hit points right now.
Kesh, can you make a performance check?
Oh, fuck me.
You got this. You have advantage.
You have advantage.
Yeah, but plus nothing. Will my luck hold? 13. Lucky 13.
Was that with advantage?
That was with advantage.
Jolly good. 13 is, I would say, just enough to avoid a fucking riot.
Nice.
Not so much as I suppose it does lead to a follow-up question from a young hedgewoman, who you do not know because you haven't met her, but she is the local innkeeper. So it's her house that your ride is stuck to. She says, so Alderheart problems coming into our town, and then Alderheart comes in and says, don't worry, we've dealt with it. Sorry for the inconvenience. There have been deaths, darling.
I know.
We're talking about a horrible criminal that almost usurped the power in Alderheart and survived because we were fighting off a fucking god he summoned into the Alderheart. Criminals and evil people don't just quit. They don't just say, oh, my bad, and leave. They reconvene and do some shit again, and we stopped him when he tried again.
And he nearly killed me both times, I've just realised. So rude. God, my head hurts.
And they also don't tend to respect borders or cities or towns. So, yeah. We're very sorry that it did leak over into here, but we thought it was the least that we could do.
There's a whole. I think when Bron says that, there's a few people who go, "Well, it is that. It's absolutely the least you can do." But then a couple of other people go. I was like, "Well, actually, they could have done a lot less." Can I get one from a persuasion? I think from Julio, but not with advantage.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, when I said inconvenience, I was referring to the having to be quiet all the time, not the horrible deaths.
Oh no, we got
Okay.
it.
26.
All right. However, Julio's backing up of cash mollifies some folks. Yeah, and
Double my roll over there.
yeah, Fern. Well, yeah, but with like an expertise, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So her name is Fern, and Fern says, "It's not your fault, and you guys did great." He knows I stream on Thursday. He knows. Yeah. It's clearly not your fault, and we appreciate you guys. Look, Reg had already told us some of it, and thank you for clearing it up. And look, we appreciate heroes when they come along, even if they are a little late. So let's hear it for the heroes. And
that's not necessary.
The town of Mourningside seems very much to believe it is necessary, because they've all had to shut the fuck up and had precious little to celebrate or otherwise be happy about for quite a while. So, Karen, could you switch to Festival Day? I think it's one of the very top ones. The town of Mourningside bustles for the first time in your recent experience, though it is muted, as though the people are still struggling to wrap their heads around their new freedom. Preparations have been quickly made, however, and come nightfall, you are ushered to the Morning's Pride Inn. You have been detained by the townsfolk until sort of evening. I mean, it's only going to be a couple of hours away. During which time you basically negotiate with Ned Procyon that he is in fact not going to do his cargo run out of the Humblewood, but in fact going to take you back to Alderheart with some cargo first. But that's like fine. He's like, cool, I'm happy to take Alderheart's money. The inn is where the town people have gathered, and a celebration is had that seems to be purposefully noisy as possible. A band strikes up a discordant beat. Dancing involving foot tapping and clapping predominates, and there are numerous toasts and calls for speeches from all four of you. Jim and Wentworth's name has transmuted into a local curse.
What a Wentworth!
Yeah.
You're being a bit of a Wentworth right now.
Very much that.
You can take that Wentworthy attitude and get out.
Oh,
Jim and Christ.
It does, or not that. It does look rather like if the guy came back, he wouldn't have much to come back to. Certainly some very difficult conversations to be had with some folks. After being thoroughly fed and feted, you are provided lodgings and presumably drop into the sleep of the exhausted.
Something has occurred to me, and I would like to have a quick conversation with Reginald, if possible.
Well, what I was going to say is we've been going for about an hour and 45 minutes. Why don't we have a short little breaklet? Everybody, because the only question I had left was, is there anything you would like to do or say throughout the evening or in the night before we have a long rest and a level up?
Mm-hmm.
And we will go have a 5 to 10 minute break, everybody. Be back shortly for the leveling up. So get your rolling fingers, chat, because we are going to need some hit points rolled in chat. Yeah, Karen, thank you so much. Will you take us away, my lovely? Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be Josh the Pirate. We're back with more Humblewood, and it feels so good to see it. Yeah, guys, the gang is having a party. Not a sexy party either, just a normal party. The only potential there, however, is depending on how tired Kesh is. Ned may be a little bit more like, oh shit, these people think you're awesome, which makes me think you're a little bit more awesome.
She does only have 12 hit points. Like, how amorous does one feel on 10%
I only
health?
have 12 hit points.
Ned it seems inclined to do most of the work. But yeah, in the vigorous dancing of the evening, Ned does at the very least pretty much yank you out onto the floor for a vigorous a vigorous routine or two.
Let's say Kesh is up for making out like two teenagers behind the tavern for a bit.
Okay. You are presented with the master suite, or several. Well, it's an inn. They don't have a master suite. It was like the honeymoon suite or whatever. No, it has maybe a half dozen rooms, but you are each treated to one. And Ned would sleep on board the Procyon unless he is invited. But yeah, Cash at the very least gets to second base with a fellow Mapatch. And
feels can be copped. But I think she's just too fucking tired, man.
Yeah. Alrighty. Cash gets a little bit of action. Julio, I think at one point in the night, Mercy pipes up and says, "This is really nice."
Yeah. And you helped.
Ooh.
This is something that we'll did together.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Don't forget Charles.
Yeah. Oh, where is he, by the way?
He'd
We
still be in
forgot
the
Charles.
tub.
Sorry, where he is?
He'd still be in the tub. He said he was going to continue having a bath.
Fuck right.
I
Fucking
was kind
tub
of
boy.
intending to forget Charles.
We'll just leave him there, slowly getting more and more pruny for all eternity.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
He's an elemental. He won't get wet.
Okay, Mercy, I promise that in the morning I'll swing by and see if Charles wants to join, but if he doesn't, Tab is a good place to be, I think.
Forever? Okay.
There are worse activities to be stuck doing forever.
Crawling out of a hole.
Eric, you had a thing you wanted to do?
Yeah. I wanted
Get Charles
to...
and?
I wanted to murder Charles.
Reasonable.
I want
valid.
to just have a chat with Reginald and just ask, someone mentioned before that we had come late, but that it occurred to me, did you or anyone else attempt to send word to the Alderheart or anywhere outside of Mourningside about what was happening?
Well, I don't have that level of magical capacity, I'm afraid.
Letters? You don't have a mail system?
Well, so the Mourningside folk are really quite an independent bunch. If they wanted to be part of the Alderheart and the Humblewood, they would. So the reluctant, I suppose, to reach out, and then sort of the main authority figures appeared, at least it wasn't immediately apparent what it was. And then the main authority figures, sort of those in charge of, we were left very much leaderless, I suppose. Yes, the sheriff, Mr. Wentworth, of course, and a couple of other council members. And there's little left in terms of governance here. Fern is probably going to wind up picking up a fair amount of the slack, as is Corin. So that'll be interesting. God forbid they ask me to assist in any way. Beyond that, posts and so forth, who do you respond? Who do you ask? We weren't. Everyone kind of went into survival mode. We realized that talking was bad, so we weren't doing it. We weren't talking to each other because out of fear more than anything else. I didn't want to bring in anybody else, and anybody who tried to leave never got back. The postal service, spotty up here. It happens, but not. You have to sort of wait for one to arrive, and in the 2 weeks of things really being a problem, who do you send for? Sort of, my advice would have been obviously Avium, but no one asked.
The Avium, the Tenders,
Well, quite.
the Alderheart, even if the people here wish to be independent, when they are threatened by something that they can't identify, then I would like to think that the people of the Alderheart, and indeed the Alderheart itself, would reach out to offer protection.
I don't in any way disagree with you, good man, but a more sort of limited capacity to even make contact in the first place, limited organization to decide to do so, and coupled with just everyone was terrifying. But
My suggestion, my friend, would be, now that things have calmed down a bit, and if indeed you are going to be a part of the new leadership of the place, which I think is obvious, would be an obvious call, I would suggest establishing a better means of communication, even an independent post service, if you would, but...
Post service, yes. I mean, postal bees and so forth are hard to train, expensive to maintain. That has always been sort of the argument before now. But I think solid point now, absolutely, and I'll certainly bring it to whatever council emerges. I think everyone's got a bit to get out of their system.
Well, I for one am grateful that despite Mourningside's purposeful isolation, that we just so happened to come here and to help you all. And I would hope that when things calm down and when the excitement of everything has happened, that the people of Mourningside return that gratitude rather than resentment of why we didn't come sooner to something that we didn't know existed.
Well, yeah, and as your friends well pointed out, it wasn't exactly intended that they all came here. Alderheart didn't foist its criminals off on us, and I don't think anybody really thinks that. It was pain and irritation talking. So I don't any fear in that. That being said, sort of, I do take the point. It wasn't Alderheart, but at the same time, yeah, there will, I imagine, be some level of gratitude, absolutely. Possibly closer bonds.
Regardless of whether war criminals attempt to come here again, or if you simply find yourselves running out of ore in the mines, either way, I think that to continue to isolate yourselves from the rest of the Humblewood is a choice that is yours to make.
Well, good. I'm glad you agree. Because a lot of people here do think that. But they may well change their tune now. It sounds a little bit... I hope you don't mind me saying it does sound just a little bit like your grandmother talking.
A drink! Shall we have a drink?
Damn.
I think it's
Damn.
possibly
You need to wash
wise.
that
Possibly
down.
wise. Cool.
You keep my grandmother
else?
out your mouth.
She was never in there. Handsome woman, but no. Back in the day. Yeah. Anything else anybody else wants to do, or shall we do a level up?
Kesh is just gonna tip generously.
Tips generously. The hat, the tongue,
Speaking
everything.
of tips, are you gonna do anything with Mr. Captain, or
With the
what's
generous
what's
tip?
Just the
happening?
tip.
Look, we made out, we felt each other up a bit, and then she went to sleep.
Fair, fair.
And then rolled over, had her way with him, rolled over. And went to sleep. Fair. Okay. Cash levels up, definitely. Yeah. Eric, I think Brendan is probably the easiest. What multi-class monstrosity are you building now, Brendan?
Look, I have thought about it, but particularly now that Hope is beefed up, I could go into Warlock, but I'm going to stay at Druid.
Very well. 13th level Druid.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I believe the only real difference, I mean, we all
Spell slots.
get a proficiency bonus.
Oh, yes. Does that go up to 5 now? Cool.
Yes, it does. And I get, I think it's 6 level spell slots now, maybe 7.
Because I think
Anyway,
we've got 6.
I get higher spell slots levels, so that's me.
Here we go. That's
Nice.
level 7 is regeneration.
Level 7.
Which I don't know. There's an eye that's sort of not missing, but at the moment, yeah. Anyway,
I don't care about that.
no, of course not. Now here's now we're getting onto the trickier question. I'm not even sure which order to do this. It's probably Karen next. Do you proceed to a second level in Rogue, or are you gonna go back and pop a 12th in Ranger?
Well, we talked about it, and there wasn't much point taking more levels of Rogue, was there?
Rogue is a really good one-level dip for a Ranger. I think you'd have to get 2 if you wanted a really good, a true cross-class. But if you're taking just a single point, I reckon a single level Rogue, and then continue on with Ranger. Level 12 Ranger is an ability score increase as well.
Because I was
if
thinking
nothing
just
else.
keep my slight little bit of Rogue, and then keep boosting my Ranger abilities.
Push Ranger up. So first of all, just to go back to Brendan very quickly, we do need D8s rolled in chat for the hit points. Brendan, do you want to pick a couple of folks? We have an Abus and a Leon Shields and a Shanna Hoss I have witnessed recently.
Look, I'm not particularly picky. I'll take the first 2 rolls.
The first 2 that happen, D8s in chat, exclamation mark, roll, space, the number 8. And the better one is what Brendan's hit points, or what Eric's hit points increased by. That's an 8 from Shanna. Fuck. Then we don't need another one. That'll do, Shanna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shanna. I will take that.
Yeah. So it's another maxed roll for Brendan, meaning that Eric has probably got more hit points than anybody else. And if
Indeed.
Karen is taking Ranger, then we need a D10 for Cash. Abus, can you roll us a D10 in chat? Exclamation mark, roll space 10. Shanna gets a 9. Fucking hell, Shanna's done. That's enough for you, Shanna.
Thank you.
Try for 10, Abus. Why not? Let's find out. Don't be sorry. Just don't do it again. Needs an exclamation mark, Abus. And Kesh, do you have any idea what a 12th level gets, Kesh? Karen, rather?
No, I was gonna go into the builder and see
Actually, crank up the thing.
what happened. Excuse me.
I think 9 is probably pretty solid. Abus, exclamation mark, rolls space 10. Plus class. Ability score increases, I'm pretty sure, the main thing that comes at level 12 for everybody.
Yeah.
And from memory, Kesh's dex is already... it might be wise to max your dex, because I don't think it is. I feel like Kesh is an 18.
Dex is sitting on 17.
Oh, and then you have a plus 1 from
3.
something else. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's plus 3, yeah. So you do have a 20. That's a 5 from Watchful Wizard. Alrighty, never mind. That's okay. Well, we'll take the 9.
Yeah, so everything's even except for my strength, which is a 7.
Yeah, well, that's not awesome. If you're getting a new light weapon, though, that's a dex weapon, I'm pretty confident, so you don't need to worry about your strength. You could take a feat and then look at buffing your, like a feat that does strength. Alternatively,
You could take Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is fucking insane. Sharpshooter is what is on my ranger that we play for Candlekeep.
Oh yeah.
That it subtracts a 5 from your attack roll to add 10 damage.
Yeah, but it doesn't allow any ability score buffs, I don't think. It just
Where
makes
do
you
I
terrifying.
find feats in here. I haven't done this for a while.
So when you it'll be in your level up on the actual class itself. Then down at the bottom it should have it should say ASI, I think.
Ability
and
score
then
improvement.
and you choose either an ability score or a feat in the drop down menu.
And I'm just opening up the feats so we can have a look. So alert, archery, defense. I don't know what any of these are.
Well, so yeah, there's a few that are good. Sharpshooter is a valid option, given that Kesh is primarily a bow fighter, and she's already maxed her dex. As Brendan said, it's if you choose to utilize it, and you can choose to do it every shot you make or not if you choose. It increases the AC of the creature you're shooting by 5, or minuses 5 off your attack roll. Doesn't really go one way or the other. But it does 10 points of extra damage per shot.
Oh.
Choosing a feat there's a lot of thought and stuff going in, so maybe it's worth moving on to someone else while Karen takes a look.
Well, Karen has a think about that. There are other options. Buffing her wisdom by 2 does increase her ability, the spell save DC and other things. And also good wisdom is handy to have. And it's one of your it's not one of your specialized saving throws, so that's not a bad idea. Bron, what are we doing with Bron? You may be muted.
I was, thank you. So, I said, oh boy. I get an extra 2 infusions, and I can... So that's just to know them. I can apply 1 more. I also... Oh, I had it all...
So you are taking Artificer?
Yes, I am putting it into Artificer and not Fighter. Or anything else. I also get a 4th slot to attune. I can attune 4 items now instead of 3.
Cool.
Which is amazing. Yeah. I don't have a 4th item to attune, but yeah. So I'm basically going to rework all my infusions.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can when I level up. So I'm going to take... Bron, I think, got fucked around a lot and has realized that, he made a god. Shit's going real. So he's going to take a lot of stuff. He's going to take Enhanced Defense, which will give +2 AC. He'll take a Repulsion Shield to maybe put on his shield, maybe not. Enhanced Weapon, which is a +2 to damage and to hit. Radiant Weapon, which is +1 to hit and damage. And you can blind people. He's already got boots.
You're not doing the Homunculus 7?
Yes, he will keep the Homunculus, he will keep Eric's Mind Sharpener, he will keep Boots of the Winding Path. He will add a Cloak of Protection, which adds an extra AC and a +1 to all saves, which is amazing. He'll grab the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, which will set his strength to 19.
Yeah.
It will just be... Yeah, his strength will be 19.
But it's worth noting, you can't do all of these.
Correct. These are the ones I know. I can only apply 6 at a time. But
and equip 4. Yeah.
Sorry, no. I can equip 6 because I've got armor. And armor lets you, as long as the extra 2 are on your armor.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow. That's intense. Nice. Okay. Very nice. Which means it's a D8 for Bron. From Artificer, so we need ! Roll space the number 8. Abis definitely, and I did see somebody else as well. Watchful Wizard, can you give us a D8, please? Not Shanna. More of this bullshit. It's really interesting the difference this does to a long-term party of people who've been rolling their hit points like this compared with a party that are starting at level 10 or 11, which is what Kiki and Kingsley are doing. Kiki and King, the average hit points in the party there, that's a 7. That's not bad. What's the wizard? Fucking Kiki, Kingsley, and that lot, the average hit points in that party is, I think, the Barbarian Fighter Cross has something in the 90s, which is just taking the average, which is about right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, they are a squishy bunch by comparison. The totally just a bard, no warlock at all, has 50 something. And he has an AC of 12. It's a squishy party.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 7 from Watchful Wizard. Even if we don't get anything from Avis, a 7 is pretty solid.
Nice.
If you want, John, you could roll. You could just see, and you can take the stab at your own roll there as well. I'll allow it. And Julio, what is? Yes, level 7 in what? Hey, okay.
So
there
I've
you
been
go.
thinking about that. On one hand, Rogue 7th level is quite good. It gives you evasion, it gives you more sneak attack. But the issue is, we're playing in a custom bard subclass, and if I don't put everything I have in bard from this point on, I have no chance of reaching the capstone ability back to your roots. And I would like to, if we ever play it to level 20 or something, I would like to at least give it a try, right? Because we made it for something. So I'm gonna just go bard all the way. I'm gonna go bard 7. That's gonna give me a 4th level spell, and counter charm. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be for now.
That's cool. Very nice.
Yeah, so I need a D8. Fellas, give me big money, no whammy.
Big money, no whammy for Julio. Watchful Wizard again. I'll happily, or Abus and Abus. D8s.
I can roll on my end as well, just to see what we got. Yeah, I'll give it a roll. Ski. That's my dice. D8. Okay, so I rolled a 1. Oh,
Okay.
I rolled a 1, so whatever they
Watchful
roll,
Wizard got a 3.
Okay, well, a 3 it is. Okay.
3 it is.
Okay.
At least one of you rolls badly.
Good. It's
But the
fine.
punching
You've still
bag
got
needs
nearly
to roll
100
well.
hit points.
That's okay. I'm at a 81. That's not bad.
Okay.
Oh, that's not. No, they just gave me average. Sorry, I fucked it.
It's so difficult.
75 plus
Yeah.
3.
Julio has 90 hit points on the sheet, so it should be whatever.
90?
I think
Wait,
your max
75
was
is what I
reduced-
got.
Your max may have been reduced by a vampire.
If that happened, that was like half a year ago, and I do not remember. I've been living with 75 for the
Okay.
last however many
In
sessions.
which case, I need to fix up the thing. That's fine by me. Which puts you to let us, because Avis did roll a 6. I'll let you have the 6 from Avis.
Ooh, well, thank you. So I'm at 81. That's pretty good.
81. 81's all right.
81.
Very
Nice.
well then.
Thank you.
I realized there is one magic item that I could make that triples how far you can jump. So for you, Julio, that would be amazing.
Then
That's
you get
pretty
back to
fucking
Alderheart in
good.
about 3 leaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking baller, to be honest.
Hey everyone, we need to go to another plane. Julio, you can jump there.
We.
Yeah. It's literal plane jumping.
Oh,
Alrighty.
I add my con, right? So I'm at 83, actually. 83.
83. Alrighty. Just Julio charisma on you. Fair. The following day, I think the 3 of you slept extremely well. Bron didn't sleep at all. but had the benefit of a night of rest, of furious activity in which he basically rebuilt his entire armor set and everything, and everyone's just like, fuck, it's lucky that we all were drinking, so we'll sleep deeply. Because Bron is there just sort of in an ADHD hyperfixation and gets maybe 2 hours sleep and probably is the best rested of the lot of you. Eric, your night's sleep is experienced exclusively from Hope's perspective, and it's a melange of memories from your time together. And I think it would be fair to say that you've got about 60-70%, and about all you're going to get, but about 60-70% of what you lost back when you wake up, and you spend a little while processing that in the early morning, go down for breakfast, and by the time you board the Procyon, you guys are you are sorted. Kesh, your evening was your sleep was very relaxed. And there was maybe a nice dream in there or two. Julio, I would say your sleep was not that easy. Because you've got a passenger. And yeah, you dream Mercy's dreams.
Oh, interesting.
You're kind of just there along for the ride. In fact, I think it's like flipping the table. You're seeing the world through her eyes, but not able to drive the car. And you experience a day in the life of what it's like to be an air element. And it's not great. It's somewhere between slavery, servitude, but without any real free will. She is doing it, but she's almost as much of a passenger in her own body as you are. And I think it gives you it's not necessarily I wouldn't necessarily class it a nightmare. It's not fun. But it's sort of I put maybe a little bit of a downer on it. It's like taking a tour of a factory in which children work. You're like, and they're given reasonably decent conditions in which to work. You don't want to kill anybody for this, but you don't feel good about it when you leave. Yeah, it's like everything about this is technically illegal, and that's weird. Yeah. So when you awaken, it probably gives you a sort of I need to fix this shit.
When I dream, am I able to add something to the dream? Am I able to share some of my own experience with Mercy's mind?
Yeah. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Can you please make me a wisdom check?
Wisdom check. Just a check. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I could see an argument for charisma in this because it's you.
Okay.
And it's about personality.
Yeah. I'm gonna do Oh, that's a natural one. Oy.
No. I'm afraid you have no capacity for lucid dreaming in this case.
That's fine.
Say what you say, and Mercy is aware of you, and you hear her say, "Oh, Leo, why are you here? Aren't we asleep?"
Yeah, but I feel like we're dreaming your dream.
Sorry. This is a memory. It's sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Mean to suck you in.
This is tough. I
Probably
wouldn't
a downer
want you
though.
to. Yeah, but I think it's not good to deal with this alone either.
Well, it's a memory, and thanks to you, I hopefully, don't have to go back there.
Yeah. I'll do what I can, Mercy.
How about, I don't know, you want to wake up? I could probably snap out of it.
Yeah, let's go say hi to your bath boy.
Oh, sure. Yeah. And she, you look down at her, well, she looks down at her foot, and the load of, she is performing a deeply meaningless menial task. One of the larger elementals has her breaking rocks, just breaking up rocks to turn it into smaller rocks, and then moving the rocks from one side of a room to another, and then doing the repeating. It's like a Sisyphus style activity. And she takes the hammer that she's been using and breaks her own leg, and that wakes you up. And you feel the pain of the broken leg, and you're like, that seemed excessive.
Yeah. I check us for injuries.
No, we're good. That's if you want a break. That's
like
how you got
another
one.
leg?
No, like let's go see Charles. I'd love a bath.
Yeah. So we'll just visit our boy, see if he's still washing up. Stupid.
Hello there.
Oh, I see. It's still lathering that. Okay. Yep.
Well, you can never be too clean, as my mother always said. I think.
Yeah. So Charles, are you happy here, just like washing yourself forever?
Oh.
There's a sentence.
I was waiting on you. How did it go?
Oh yeah, we got rid of the fucky people. Mercy is currently in my head still. We're gonna go to Alderheart, and we're gonna go to Alderheart. Try to figure this out.
Yes.
And
Yes. Paul hops it out, balls to the walls naked.
Okay.
You get a face full of it. And he's like, all right, I'll put my trousers
he's
on.
doing that thing where he's like a dog. He's like shaking himself off.
Oh, he
and
full
that
does.
Wet fucking pee and like.
Yeah, I wonder how that works because he's a canine, so he would have it like sort of attached to his lower body. Sheath situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if they're bipedal, then they would like have sex face to face. I don't know.
Don't think about it too much.
Yeah, we need furries on this one. This is a statewide furry call for solutions.
So glad I've stressed to the new school I'm cracking at. Only one parent has so far managed to get out of me that I do this. And I was like, I want to be super clear. It is an 18+ stream, very, very 18+. And they're like, oh, like what? Like gore? And I was like, no, mainly sexual, like innuendo and just swearing. And they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, no, it's fun. It's just not.
Not for
Please don't show Alex.
We make sex jokes and say the word fuck a lot.
Yeah. His kid's great though. Need to drop. Take care, Abus. Work destroyed you at the moment. Fair enough. Take care, buddy. Thanks for chopping in.
I forgot as well that in the level up, I would like to maybe change my fighting style from fighter, if that's all. You are supposed to only do it when you gain a level in fighter. But my argument is, I haven't been using blind fighting. And if I do, it's when I turn on the Gem of Darkness and everyone hates that. So, to prevent me from ever using the Gem of Darkness again, can I please take superior technique so I can do a battle maneuver?
I love it.
Thank you.
Nice.
Kind and merciful DM.
I would also like you to know that after reading through every feat on the list, I went with sharpshooter after all.
Cool. I think that's a good idea.
It was just the most sensible option, you know?
The only other thing I would have suggested is taking 2 points in wisdom.
And fucking laughing.
Yeah. Given that Karen tends to roll exceptionally low or very high anyway. Just going on past experience, 50% of the time she hits really hard, and the other half she shoots herself in the foot.
Yeah.
Do rangers get access to fairy fire? Because if so, that might be your best friend rather than Hunter's Mark.
concentration.
Anyway, something to look
Yeah.
at.
Anyway, yeah, you all hop aboard or are winched aboard in the case of the two dudes, the Procyon and in a sort of sling style hammock, winched up aboard the Hyskalur and returned to Alderheart by late afternoon the following day. Ned is deeply regretful that he can't hang around Kesh, and what I really mean is can't hang around Kesh, because he thinks he's finally getting somewhere, and he really does have to drop this cargo off.
He felt the
where
map
it's supposed
hatch
to be, and
equivalent
he's-
of a boob, and he's convinced he's in there now.
Yeah, or at least sort of this is something worth pursuing, or someone worth pursuing. You get back, you bring Charles. The only other thing, there was a person upstairs in a bed.
Oh
Who looked like
yeah.
they were asleep. Do
We
you?
were pretty sure they were an elemental, right?
Yeah, almost.
Which-
Yeah. Everybody else had been.
In which case we can just wake him up and be like, "You're free.
Did you?
Go forth in Godspeed."
Do you wake them up?
Ooh. Will it trigger a combat?
Well, here's the thing: if they are in any way similar to how Mercy is, they're probably having some shit fucking dreams.
Julio
Yeah.
can see elementals.
Oh yeah, yeah. What am I looking at?
Make a perception check.
Perception. Got it. Okay, 16.
Your elemental vision does not reveal an elemental.
Ooh, we should definitely wake him
Okay.
up then.
Yeah,
It
elemental
is
sleep.
flesh and blood.
Cool. Let's give him a gentle shake on the shoulder. Just be like, "Hello."
Are you all doing this?
Yeah. Also, this is the next morning, so I've rested.
Yep. Yeah. It is odd that the
Karen
person is
so suspicious.
still asleep in the bed
Yeah.
the following day, but they are.
Yeah.
And when Julio announces flesh and blood, I don't know if that's actually better. As you reach out to, how do you approach this?
I'll have one of my, I will have one of my swords drawn just in case this person decides to ruin my morning. And yeah, basically I'll make sure the others are like all standing by, and then I'll kind of shake the shoulder and immediately take a couple steps back. Just like,
I'll be
hello.
nearby Cash in case medical aid is required.
The
You're about to get blown
person,
up.
The person is a, the person is a raptor. And from paintings and pictures in the house, you would guess this is actually Jimin's wife.
Oh.
Oh. That makes an unfortunate amount of sense.
And she sits up and looks around at you and blinks. Kesh, seeing as you're the one who did it, insight check.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm fucking boss at this. Watch me incite this lady.
And you've just gotten 2 points better at it.
I just rolled a 1.
Damn, we were
No
great.
problem. No issue.
Which is still a 15. So
But it's a crit fail. Kesh, you're still like the last night hasn't fully worn off. You're riding high. Lady sits up. You're like, oh, it's Jim and Wentworth's wife. That's odd. She blinks at you and then smiles. And she's a raptor. The beaks don't bend. But she smiles and the whole thing does bend, curves. But she doesn't say anything.
I'm there with Cash, and I would be seeing that as a bird folk that is an alarming image to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Eric.
anatomically possible.
Nope. Eric, you can insight as well. Why not?
Great. I was in the middle of picking spells, so hold on.
Yeah, trying to wrestle D&D Beyond with Artificer infusions is just a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I've just realized all the 5e options are now a legacy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Eric, you've met a creature like this in the last 24 hours, and it's not a woman.
A mimic?
The bedpost bends over, and the sheets seem to sort of mold down a little bit, and she is the tongue of a mouth.
Yes.
That attempts to take a bite out of Kesh. Roll initiative, please.
damn it!
Yeah.
The fun thing is, I now have an AC of 23.
Oh shit. Nice.
Does Kesh have an AC of 20? Because that's what it rolled.
No, I have an AC of 17, so...
Go. It made 2 attacks. It missed with the other one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Kesh. The lady lances out, and I say she. I don't mean her arms. I mean all of her. Sort of reaches out and
Ew,
wraps
ew, ew,
itself
ew.
around you like a tendril, but it's the thickness of an adult raptor woman. And
Not cool,
it
not cool!
squeezes you around the middle. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and it's everybody else's turn. I imagine I rolled a 15 for initiative. How did everybody else do?
19.
I got a 16.
I rolled 26.
Bron?
12.
Oh, all right. Bron actually goes after the thing. Then Julio obviously first, and Kesh second.
Just realised I've still got Festival Day music playing, and it's probably not appropriate anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's still pretty chill, but I think the bed attacking you it does sort of dispel the joy of that. Julio, what do you do?
Oof. Okay, so we have just one enemy in front of us right now, right?
Yeah.
It
It is a
wrapped
large
around
creature,
Kesh.
and it's trying to wrap around Kesh. It is a double bed. It's a sort of a queen, at least.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the thing that I just learned like a second
Nice.
before we get into combat.
yeah.
I run up to Kesh, I touch Kesh's shoulder and say, "We're gonna get the fuck out," and I dimension door us out.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
That's my first
Wow.
level spell, dimension door. Yep.
And you
I
do
don't
it
want to touch
12
Kesh.
feet.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because Kesh is best at like range, and
Oh.
I don't know what it's trying to achieve with grappling Hash. So I'm just gonna say nope and get us out of there, get us as far from it as we can.
I love this choice.
I mean, as far away from it as you can is like a mile away, so can you be more specific, please?
Yeah, dimension
so
door is a
wait a
decent
minute.
distance.
We just fart off a mile away. It's like, should we go help the others? Bye.
I mean, like, how far can we be so Kesh can shoot, but not get in its reach?
I mean, it's a
Because
bedroom.
I can't. It's a bedroom. Okay, is the door open?
The hallway.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can get into
through
the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kesh
So
can
about
get
20
a
feet.
nice,
Yeah.
nice little line if she wants to get one. And is anyone else in the bedroom right now?
Yes, all 4 of you were. So, Ron and
So
Eric.
I'm gonna. Who's next after me?
Kesh, then Eric.
Kesh then Eric. Okay, I'm gonna inspire Braun because he's the last one to go. If he gets fucked up, he has a D8.
Love it. All right, Kesh, you are now 20 feet away rather than in its grasp, which is great for you.
Yes, I would like to shoot it, please. I would like to shoot it with fire.
Do you do anything else first?
I cast Hunter's Mark.
Jack Mayhoff. Jack Mayhoff. Oh, I get it. Hi. Saying it out loud. That's good. Don't hate it.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, bitchy, you wee scallywag. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Does 27 hit the little bastard?
One would hope 27 hits a bed. Yes. They're fighting a mimic, Jack. Nice to meet you.
Cool. It's going to take 10 plus 2. 12 points of damage from the first fiery arrow into its bulbous mimic ass.
There is a boylesque performer in WA called Rob One Out that Jack makes me think of. Yeah. Second shot. And here's a question: do you sharpshooter?
Yeah, I'll risk it. I'll risk it for the biscuit.
Very well. So whatever you roll minus 5.
That's 14.
Minus 5?
You have a D8.
No, 19 minus 5, so 14.
14 hits.
Oh, sweet!
Nice.
It's a mimic. They don't have armor. Yeah.
Cool. It's going to take 12 plus 6 plus
10.
4, so 16, 26 points of damage with the second fiery arrow.
It's good, isn't it? Feels good.
Yeah, feels nice. Feels nice.
Yeah. So that makes it a full 38 points of fire damage Kesh has done in a single round. Nice. Very cool. Kesh, I presume you just stay in the hallway.
I'll take cover behind the door.
Yep.
I'll just duck
Excellent.
behind the door so it can't, I don't know, spit acid at me or whatever the fuck it wants to do.
Sure, Eric.
Yes.
You want to burn 4th level spell slots as well on a single mimic?
No, I do not. I am next to it, so
Touch. Fire.
yeah. Look, I'm just gonna do a cheeky little burning hands at it, I think.
Very well.
So that's a Dex 18 saving throw.
Okay. See if I can roll above. Nope.
Okay.
It'll be a 14.
Great. It takes 12 fire damage.
12. Lovely. Yep.
And I'm going to stay adjacent to it.
Excellent. It's the thing's turn. I think the thing doesn't like being on fire, and it's going to try and eat you with its woman tongue.
Don't say it's just a tongue. You can just say tongue.
I don't think I can.
The woman tongue.
This tongue has wings.
Woman tongue,
tongue has
mightier than
wings
the
and-
sword tongue.
Somehow the woman tongue also gets 5% less in its pay, and it's crazy how that happens.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
It
that's
does 5% less damage than its mouth.
obviously you want a man tongue. Yeah.
Of course, just biologically speaking. I'm gonna shut up.
I like to assume no. Flexibility things. I got an 18 and a 4 to attempt to eat and grapple Eric with a woman tongue.
The 18 hits.
Marvelous. So it's an 18 on the dice. The 4 on the other hand, no so much. Wow, that's actually pretty good. For mediocre damage. Well, as in, it's 2d8 and I got a 6 and a 7 plus 5, so 18 points of damage.
Great. I take 18. Oh, I would like to use Spiny Shield.
Well,
Why didn't I
roll how
think of
much you
that?
reduce.
At level 1 is fine.
Yeah. So 1d8.
1d8. Okay. So 5 damage to it, and I will heal 5 damage from that damage I just took.
Yep. Lovely. The tongue has a tongue. The tongue does have a tongue. Well, so here's the thing. The tongue doesn't have a tongue because the tongue, it was really just the picture of her face, which is why the beak could move. But it didn't, like, she wasn't ever going to talk to you. It's meant it can't. Cool. Ron.
Cool. So Eric is next to this thing.
It's kind of in it. Wrapped up
Am
in it.
I attached to it?
Yeah. Grappled, technically.
Oh, okay. You know, Bron hasn't done this in a while, but he had to add that to a...
Gem of Darkness.
No, that's still at home. But he has to add things to non-magical weapons. And he does have a non-magical warhammer that he hasn't used in a while. So he's going to pull out from behind his back, I assume, wing, a giant warhammer, and just...
Where did you pull that from? The armor has amazing pockets.
Yeah.
It's like, nice armor, thanks. It has enormous pockets.
Where did you get that ladder from?
Cool. Right, I've now changed it in D&D Beyond, so it has... Great, plus 11 to hit.
Sure.
Which it needs, dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. Yeah.
Nice.
Sure.
A non-magical warhammer.
Yeah, I use 2 hands, so it can be a D10 plus 6. That's fun. Not if you roll a 1. 7 damage.
So.
But I get another one because I attack twice. Oh, right. Oops,
Another
that's
shot.
just straight damage, so let's ignore that. Let's see if we hit first of all. 18 to hit?
Yep.
Great. That's better. 12 damage.
So it was 12 plus 7, I think you said.
Yes.
19. Yeah, Bron, describe how you finish this thing off.
So he comes in swinging like sideways because he's running at it. And
Okay.
then when he clears that, he just goes straight from the top down and just squashes it into
yeah.
jelly.
I think I really like the idea that you're breaking. It's quite a good mimic. It's an older mimic and quite a strong one. It has the consistency of wood in many places. So you're like shattering bits of broken wood, but it doesn't break off. So you've got the crunch of a broken wood, but then it just sort of bends and becomes liquid when you break it. So you shatter one of its like the bed leg. That's the word I was looking for. It's the mattress is the difficult bit. It's like, it's springy. This isn't easy. About half of the creature is resistant to bludgeoning damage. It's just you have to be careful where you hit it. Yeah, cool. Eric frees himself, extricates himself from it, and says, you killed the mimic. Well done.
Yeah.
I was disappointed you didn't spring in the trap before you went and fought the guys, but there we go.
I think this was the last room we checked, and Eric was just really fucking done with Kesh walking into
Not
every
another.
single trap.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't anticipate getting all of them. Yeah. You searching the house, you do not find any other fancy or useful or incriminating objects. You get up, you get back, you take Charles, who sort of like, oh, what was that? That sounded, and he comes out wearing, I did said he's Arthur denting it. He's wearing a bathrobe.
Yes.
He's got pajama bottoms and a bathrobe on. Yeah, and slippers. He is dressed for bed. And he says, "What was that then? That sounded exciting. Are we off?
Just a tiny mimic, just a little one. It was only the size of a bed.
Oh, what's okay, jolly good. Well then, shall
It
we?
also appeared to be in the shape of Jimin's Wentworth's wife. So
Oh,
it raises a question of why that is the case. Every other room had an elemental that was serving a purpose for Sobel. So it makes me wonder how he felt about Mrs. Wentworth.
Probably just
or Jimmond.
Maybe he just thought she was like a real two-faced bitch.
Well,
Doesn't explain why she was in a bed. Or why that was a mimic doing that. There's a lot of questions, and I'm.
well,
Really
my question is more: could it possibly be if I'm going to decide that Charles actually knows what mimics are, and says, well, could it be completely separate to the incident, and actually the mimic just happened to be here too, and the next most tasty person in the house was Jimmond until relatively recently, and it was sort of setting a trap for Jimmond. Sort of like, look, tasty bed, nice be with wife, yes, perhaps, come lie. That's how mimics talk.
Yes, maybe.
Look, who knows? It's some genius, godlike creature may have created this entire situation. Never mind. I'm excited to.
Let's not question
Some
that
genius
logic.
and handsome and sexy creature out of this galaxy must have done this.
Probably. I only assume.
Nevermore. Are you channeling your energy? Can you?
Shut up, peasants. This is what's fun about playing in a world for over 200 episodes with over 50 people. There are in-jokes have the in-jokes. Let's keep going. You guys go back to the Alderheart. I want to wrap it up pretty soon, but is there anything... What would you do first, I suppose, so that I can prepare it for next time?
we should probably put the guard egg in the right spot in the incubator.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it. You don't want to put it in the tree until you've got all the bits you need.
Right, it's a time thing. So I guess we need to put it somewhere super secret, like our hideout that no one knows about.
That
Which is in the tray.
Well, but it's not like a receptacle for the object in the tree. The tree will probably manufacture some means of assimilating everything. Probably the node would be the best way to actually get it into the tree, but just sort of within the confines of the tree. Yeah, your super secret hideout is probably a good place to put it.
somewhere where no one's gonna like try and bake with it by accident.
Out of curiosity, do you take Charles with you when you do this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Charles is going, but
My opinion was that we take everything to Alderheart. We
Here,
show
you deal with
everything.
It's like, hey, this is Charles. He likes baths and stylish robes.
I was not thinking my good Judy Alderheart. I was thinking the tenders who are stationed in Alderheart, because they're the elemental bunch. So with Eric and them, they can just figure that shit out. And if they want to go into the afterlife of Alderheart, it's right next door.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Charles would say, I thought that was the plan. It was I don't have a physical form per se. Baths notwithstanding. And
Charles, what do you want?
Freedom.
yes. Cool. Like freedom in the tree?
Well, I'm currently a slave. A slave commanded to rigorously bathe itself until told otherwise.
Yeah, well, we have some people who are good at elemental things and magic, so if anyone can sever that connection, it would be them.
Eric would know that that's not really... He is part of he is essentially a small bit of the elemental plane of air.
Can we send him back?
Short of putting him... Well, he doesn't want to go back, and neither does Mercy.
Well, then it's Alderheart all the way, yeah?
Well, look, this is kind of part of our plan, is that we wanted to feed bits of the other planes to the Alderheart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is within our best interest and the interest of the Alderheart to convince Charles to assimilate.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, if you try, he doesn't take much as convincing. I think that had already been sort of put out there
Yeah.
for him.
It's like, that you basically you swap teams, you become team tree, and
this works for me. Yes. Sounds lovely. Become one with something nice.
yeah,
Excellent.
Sweet.
You can just chill, man.
So you take Charles. So you first drop off the god egg.
Yes.
I'm enjoying that term. And then you take Charles downstairs and get him, give him a bath in the node. Tab key is. I just want to scroll down in my notes. Stop it. Right. Okay.
Hey, Brian, can you detect magic?
Maybe.
Great. That can be your job from now on.
I have a lot of. Can I detect magic? Oh yeah. Yes, I could theoretically if I so choose, but I might have to get rid of something like catapult. It's just so useful.
Oh no! What will we do without catapult?
There have been so many times when I've wanted catapult and I've thought, no, I didn't learn it today because I was being good and learning useful things.
So
we will be fine if neither of us have detect magic, I believe.
Maybe.
Oh, I expect so. So you go back down to the chamber containing the Alderheart node in the roots. It has grown somewhat and is now staffed with a trio of figures made of wood and vines. God damn you. Stop it. I can't do this with this level of bullshit.
Which elemental says that?
Sorry, it's being quite frustrating. There we go. It is now staffed by a trio of figures made of wood and vines. You recall Borain Bitterground was manifested as the first tree elemental. Well, he now has a couple of fellows there with him who he identifies as Miles and Kara, tending to the node. Their gait is still slightly awkward. You know how the Ents in Lord of the Rings walk? That sort of really leggy, slow kind of stepping, as if they're quite a high step and their joints are kind of quite stiff and wooden, unsurprisingly. The grove has been purged of much of the mechanical elements it possessed whilst it was the domain of Leandric. Though Bron would note a large ribbed conduit still almost bisects the place, sort of semi-submerged. You give me those. I knew it. I was writing it and was like da 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 da. Bisects the place. Its furrows laden with moss. However, it has been fully subsumed into the place. As you arrive, they greet you, and you. I think we'll leave it there. Actually, seems like a good place to call it. So, ladies, gents, thank you very much for playing with me this evening. But now we do what we like to do at the end of our streams, our favorite moments. We'll try and keep it kind of short and snappy this evening. But, guys, we need D5 in chat to tell who goes first, because this is something we like to do at the end of our stream. So, exclamation mark, roll space, the number 5, for us to figure out who we flatter first. It is a tradition we've acquired from the dreaded GM, among other folks. It was his first, but a lot of other people do it. Where we tell each other what a good job we did and what fun bits that we like the best, because it's nice to have that. A 3, John. Favorite Bron moments. Everybody.
Sorry, John. I mean, I really liked the development with the cool ass mining hammer stuff. I'm very excited how that's gonna turn out. I really like when Bron gets his artificer shit on. It's very fun.
Yeah.
It really like opens a completely separate new type of power in the setting, because we have a lot of like magic stuff, but this is really, really interesting and unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, making stuff is awesome.
I
really like.
Oh, you go.
Oh, thank you. I really liked Bron's contribution to talking down the villagers. It was a sort of a three-pronged attack from Kesh, Julio, and Bron, but Bron chimed in. Well, actually, you all brought things to it, but yeah, Bron chimed in, and he didn't say a lot, but he did say something. I can't remember what it was, irritatingly, but he did say something like, I was like, that is a valid point too. I think it was something about fairness, which struck me as a very Bron thing to think. The sort of Bron, as an ADHD person, and ADHD people do tend to have a really strong sense of justice and fairness. And having worked with an awful lot of spicy brain kids of late, I can absolutely attest to that one. It is a massive problem. It's that it can overrun common sense sometimes. But yeah, I think it just struck me as that is what Bron would say. I was like, I don't think that's fair. Yeah.
Thank you.
I enjoyed after all the business with the. Oh shit! Sorry, no, you go, Brendan, because you already tried to go once. I'm shut.
I'm fairly confident they will be different, but having the stone that Larimar has become and saying, oh, well, we should keep this on us, but it doesn't have to stay in this form. I wonder if we could turn it into a weapon. And Bron, who had just regained consciousness, having no fucking clue what Eric was getting at, and just, sure, I guess I'll hold this rock if you want me to, bro. I thought it was a fun change from the usual ecstatic enthusiasm that would normally probably generate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the past couple sessions has really tempered Bron's not enthusiasm, but like he's suddenly gone, oh shit, we're doing something important.
This is huge.
Yeah. I made a god.
Like, I signed on with a pope, but I didn't really know what that was when I started.
Was just up for fun adventures. This is a lot of
no one knew what
responsibility.
that was when you started. Popes aren't a thing. It's literally a title he's invented.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, favorite self.
Nope. Wait.
Oh, wait,
Do we have a catch?
me.
Sorry, Karen.
Yeah, I loved you just like whipping out after the magical hammer business earlier, and then you were like, but I also have this totally regular hammer that I can just pull out and hit the mimic.
I was expecting the hammer. I was like, come on, then magic hammer.
But no, it didn't need it. Just the regular hammer, 2 hands, bam, bam.
No, we're going to follow the tradition of the boomstick and not use it for
never
4
going to get
years.
fucking used.
Well,
yeah,
wait.
It's going to be given to Kesh, and then it's going to languish because she's now got sharpshooter.
Yeah. Look, I could use it, but Cash, I think it's.
I still think it's a
Cash's
good thing to give Kesh.
Yeah, it's Cash's.
Yeah. So we
And
will
I'll
say
smash it with a hammer.
exactly.
Oh, we can smash things back and forth to each other. We can play tennis.
I want to say it hasn't been done yet. He spent most of last night rejigging his own shit. It'll be a full day's worth of downtime activity to convert it into a usable form. If Kesh wants it in its current form, she can have a war pick with special abilities, but to turn it into the thing that she can really use quite effectively will take a little while longer. But
I'm prepared to
there we
wait.
go.
Hopefully, we're not going to get in combat again tomorrow. It'd be nice to have a day where we didn't end up in combat.
It would, wouldn't it? Bron, favorite self?
I really enjoyed today working on the level up upgrades. And Bron, I think the change in his attitude, I think, reflected by the choices that I made, and that was cool. I like to do that. That's fun. Bron's now a huge tank. Instead of being a magical nuisance that has a lot of health, he's now a tank with a minor side of magical nuisance. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed that I could could showcase that.
Cool, excellent. Well, we need a D4 in chat then, please.
Every party needs a
we've-
magical nuisance. It's part of the charm.
And a tank.
And a tank. And up until recently, that was Eric. Eric is the meat shield now. A 3. No, that's we've already had it. Yeah. I could do it. Why not? Let's do that. Roll. 4. Boop.
Boop.
That's a 2. That's a Julio. Favorite Daria moments.
Yes, me. Hello.
Your
yeah, it was-
reaction.
It was kind of touched on before, but supporting Kesh in talking the town down and kind of saving it from Kesh's poor role
I
and
constantly
appealing
forget
to their humanity.
that I also have the thing that lets me give my persuasion modifier to people around me when they do the checks. I forget that every time that I can do that. So after we finished, I was like, oh fuck, we could have done so much better.
Well, it
Failing
made sense
Failing is
in the way we
entertaining.
roleplayed.
Yeah, that's true.
And I do also like to inject a fair amount of like common sense and like I was like, oh my god, they're just so amazing and charismatic. I was like, these people are pissed off, and had a valid reason. It wasn't, and you guys did a good job of talking them down, and they had what they felt was a valid reason. You were like, hey, look, we didn't tell them to come here, and Bron, that's what it was. Bron said, people are bad. And weren't going to stop being bad just because they're from Alderheart, or just because it was we didn't choose for them to come here, and they would have been a problem wherever they went. I think was around about what Bron was Bron's point. Yeah. I really liked Julio's reaction to the dream with Mercy. Yeah, just the sort of. You want to get out of here? This sucks for you. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
And just that was really. Julio is at his core a very kind person, and he's letting someone live rent free in his head because of it.
The rent is witticisms.
I really liked one time when you sort of played against that, which was when Kesh was trying to deal with Mrs. Sobes, and you were like, well, here's some help and goodbye.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know how to say that well, so
I'm out. Like, happens to the best of us.
I did also enjoy Bronze. He's dead. Bye. He's like, I've got to help. I can help. He's dead. Okay.
It was a good idea. Anyway,
We got there.
yeah, we got there. But I really enjoyed, like, sometimes, like, Julio is always very kind, but it's just really human that there are times where you're like, how do you say that? That's a really good point. Doesn't matter how charismatic you are sometimes if you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're still
Watchful
screwed.
Wizard says, I really liked Julio wanting to get Mercy out of her dream. Yeah.
I really
Shame
liked,
her all the fucking one.
I really liked Julio just straight up dimension dooring Kesh out of the mimic's clutches. That was great. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
I
the mental
love
image
Dimension Door.
of her like getting wrapped up in the mimic would be like, oh no, this is bad, and then Julio's like, "But
Yep.
it's okay, babe, you can shoot from here. We're good."
I do have a question on that
one
point.
of my favorite spells, by the way.
Oh,
it's
it's
just
great.
so useful in so many different situations.
What does it look like?
Ooh.
Dimension Door for Julio. Oh, I think it definitely like a wooden archway that is made out of like roots and leaves just springs out, and he steps through it. I think, kind of like a
and-
canopy of a tree.
And in that particular instance, it would have actually, after he steps through it, it would have moved over Kesh like a hoop, like scooping her up. and Cash is sort of just plonked next to Julio, going, "Oh, is it out of flump or a blamp? I'm not sure." Hey, GM Rachel, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Good morning. We are doing our favorite moments, GM Rachel. So this is at the end of our adventure, our stream for the evening. We're just getting back into it, sort of clearing up like loose ends, really. We did have a little bit of combat. Just a little bit of combat.
Just a little bit.
Any other favorite Julio moments?
I think it's me time, right? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed getting the taste of a 4th level spell. And I do like the mercy conversations, because it's tough, because like what can we do? We only can do so much. And I think up to this point, Julio has been extremely successful in all the things that he wants to do. Like all the Alderheart stuff has been like not without sacrifice, but goes pretty smoothly, all things considered. And I think it's very realistic and nice to see like there are borders to what you can do. There are like walls that you cannot just penetrate with will alone, and I like that, because Mercy is kind of making him content with the idea that, you know, some things are just out of our reach and we can do very little.
Absolutely. Love it. All right. Can we have an exclamation mark roll space 3 in chat? Rachel, our character artist is Daria. Yes, if you like it, I do too. As do some of my students, because there's something called formative assessment, which you do sort of assessment for educational purposes, as in to actually teach with the assessment itself. And there's something I like to do at the end of a class called an exit ticket, where basically I just select a couple of questions that I would like to make sure they understood that particular thing. And when I make an exit ticket, I use a couple of characters to ask the questions and speech bubbles on it. So today they got Kingsley and Esmeralda asking their questions, and they were like, "These are cool." And I was like, my friend Daria drew them. They've also, most of them have seen your Pirate Siri picture that you did, because it's my phone screensaver. So that I was like, that's my friend Daria. She's very talented. So yes. And completely open to commissions as well. We have a 1 Watchful Wizard, roll a 1, you traitor, Watchful Wizard.
Yeah,
favorite
get dunked
DM
on.
moments.
Jumping in, because I don't want anyone else to nick this one. Hope freaking chowing down on Sobel at the beginning. Hope just holding Sobel's little crystal remains and being like, nom nom nom. Yes, I'm eating him. He's done.
Yep.
Mic drop. Burst of
And
flame.
also Hope being possessive of Eric, that was very fun, because poor Hope has been through so much recently. Very fair to be like, you know what, fuck this, I'm not dealing with this. Very good.
Like,
Not even showing mercy for mercy as well, like, fuck that bitch.
it's like,
Find your own human plaything.
This is my Corvum. Bugger off.
I really liked how you navigated today, because there was such a range of stuff that we were doing. Like there was all the really lovely stuff with Hope, and then navigating the really technical stuff with the level ups, and then like, is the town gonna riot? No, it's a party. There was like, you went a lot of places, and it was very smooth. Never once did I detect a gear change or anything. I was just like, yep, this is great. And I know that the setup isn't ideal for you right now, so even more so.
Yeah, for sure.
It's better than last fucking week. The computer that didn't want to work out at all.
I will say, we touched on this a little bit, but I do like the reaction of the villagers. You always have a very like grounded, realistic way that people react to things. It's never like over the top, like, oh my goodness, you're great. They're like, oh, okay, interesting, cool. You know, like they're very like normal people, and it feels very good, because, you know, it makes them seem like just your average normal people are living here, and that makes it much more like it resonates much more, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On a related note, I would say the conversation with Reginald afterwards. I was going to say the reaction from the villagers, but that conversation with Reginald kind of felt like a slightly meta conversation between me and Josh, of me like being like, "Hey, I'm just going to challenge you a little bit on them calling us out for being late. Like, can we just talk through the mechanisms of what they fucking did? Oh, nothing.
Did you even call for help?
But
Would you
navigating that, but navigating that in character and doing that in a way where I feel like the perspective of the town and the perspective of the party were both able to be represented without offending each other. I felt like there was a good balance there, which probably only could have been done with Reginald as a character. But yeah, I enjoyed you humoring me for that little conversation.
I enjoyed it too as world building. Just establishing, because this place is entirely made up secondary to everything's made up here and the points
Are you saying that this is not real life?
But we're working off a source book, Daria. I'm working off a source book, and Mourningside is not in it. This is my own addition to the world. I long ago put the source book to one side, and every now and again just check to make sure my left and right is okay. So yeah, no. I would say my favorite is I enjoyed Marissa Highglider's response to her husband's death. Because I'm like, how would she respond? And I'll be honest, there was an element of I don't want to have to act out the turning into a weeping mess. But also, I don't think she would. She has been sort of emotionally euthanized, or at least anesthetized. Very much deliberately. So she's really not capable of processing. And I think I played that well. Of being like, oh dear, well that's awful. And I know intellectually that's awful, but I'm not feeling it. And that honestly is upsetting, but I'm not actually capable of being upset. Which is more worrying, but also I'm not worried.
Maxed out your emotions for the day.
There's this spiral that I'm not capable of being on, but I definitely feel like I should be.
It's like me when I hit
sweet
peak...
moment.
It's like when I hit...
Oh, yeah. Watchful Wizard said a small sweet moment was when Pirate Boy wanted to stay for cash. When Ned Procyon, when we finally managed to get cash even close to being laid. Yeah, that was nice. Like, don't worry, we're not going to roleplay this at all.
I was just channeling. If I was at 10% of my maximum heartiness, would I be interested in having sex? And it's like, no. Even it's like I'll do everything. I don't care. I don't even want to get out of breath right now. Okay, I need a nap. Priorities.
All right. Well, I've been thoroughly flattered. Can we have a D2 in chat, please? Watchful Wizard. Or yeah, Rachel, if you are able. Exclamation mark roll space 2. And I will stress, Rachel, I know, like, best of luck to you for your children's TTRPG things. That does sound really cool. And if you would like to, Karen, would you mind typing? Oh, I can do it actually. I didn't ask my lovely wife to do everything. If you would like to join our Discord, we would love to see and or hear your progress on that. And if you would like playtesters, I love taking swings at other people's work and having a look at it. Karen and I do some Karen and Josh review stuff. And also, Daria is exceptionally reasonably priced. It's not an arm and a leg she charges. She's in Russia, so she works on rubles, so it's a very different economy.
That's true.
And if Daria isn't to your liking, I do also know another one who will work for credits. I don't understand how she can afford to. She just loves giving. So we can hook you up. We can find an artist to meet your price range. Even if it doesn't happen to be Daria, though obviously I throw it to Daria first because she does me the most favors. So do we have a D2? We do. It is a 2, which means Eric. We're talking about Brendan.
I know it's already been mentioned, but I really loved Eric initiating the conversation about, had you considered communicating that you were in distress and that you might require help? Because it could have been he didn't go full patronizing on it. He didn't. He held back. He could have been well, why didn't you fucking ask us for help, you moron? What, you were just gonna hang out here, not being able to make any noise, and people disappearing into the ether forever? But no, he was very restrained, but still, there was still that undercurrent of, well, did you actually
Why didn't you ever think to have postal bees on the regular? Because, honestly, anything could happen. An elemental could come around and eat your children, and you wouldn't be able to tell anybody about it. Idiots. Why did no one foresee this problem? My favorite Eric moment was the last sentence of it, to which I responded sounded rather like Iari. Had just a little bit of, maybe you should be part of the wood. Tiny colonialism bit in there a little bit, but I really enjoyed it because it was an Eric thing to say. Eric was but deeply pragmatic, deeply practical, and also, for fuck's sake, don't be mad at us. If you want the help, you have to be part of the team. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
next time, I'll just let the cranky elemental keep eating you. I nearly died. I was thrown in a pit and electrocuted.
So many times.
I had to mind wrestle somebody into a rock. It's been a rough day for everybody. My bird had to eat a former counselor.
And that tasted disgusting.
The memories were lovely.
I really enjoyed how ready to go you were with the hope memory. It was first up, and you were just bam, here you go.
Oh shit, there it is.
Yep. I know that you got a little bit of forewarning, but we were not told any details about that. But yeah, you were just ready to improvise, maybe. I don't know how much you prepared, but you just came up with that on the spot. I was like, that's fantastic. And it was a really touching moment as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed that.
That was going to be my second.
Yeah, I in general like how Eric is in a fight. Very, very proactive. Very good reaction to what is happening. I really appreciate how you remember your spiny shield, because reaction spells are mwah. They are great when they can be used. So yeah, I just always like that. Whenever it's Eric's turn in a battle, we're gonna be helped well. I'm never worried.
Eric deals and absorbs so much damage.
Yeah.
Every time.
True.
Sorry, I'm distracted by that. There's a Siri.
Combat is a lot of fun for me. It's because I've got so many fucking spells at my disposal now, and because I'm a spellcasting class that can swap spells each day, I really enjoy the puzzle of that, figuring out, okay, are we going into a dungeon? Are we going into town? What kind of spells am I going to need in this situation? Which spells never leave? So I really enjoy that part about being a druid. I enjoyed getting to explore the first meeting with Hope, because that was something that we have only really barely alluded to since the first session. So it was nice to finally actually get a chance to explore that, and I thought it was a really clever narrative device from Josh to use that to establish remembering hope. I had a rough idea of it, John, to answer your question. Josh gave me warning earlier this afternoon, so I had thought about it a bit. But obviously it wasn't scripted or anything, and I was kind of struggling to find the words for it. But yeah, that was kind of what made sense to me, that because at the very beginning it was kind of a secret and not a lot of people knew about it, so that just kind of fed into everything. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Favorite Karina moments is what we have left.
Oh yeah. I was just
No,
thinking,
you don't
we've
get
done
away from it.
everyone, and I was like, oh no, shit, it's
No.
me. Whoop.
All right, I'm getting in first. Kesha is basically the face of the party this session, but I want
Yes.
to particularly talk about dealing with Mrs. Sobel. I thought that was done really sensitively, and particularly when she was kind of challenging the idea that, no, I want to be with my children, you responding to that really intelligently of like, well, you're not going to be able to take very good care of them until you get well, and her really responding to that. I really enjoyed the way you handled that conversation.
Also, I really like how Cash interacts with the captain. That horny little captain. I think they have a fun relationship going. There's just fun back and forth. I really enjoyed that bit of levity after all the things that happened.
I really enjoyed Cash talking to the town because I think I personally would default to like being very official as kind of something to hide behind, but Cash didn't, and it shows a bit of who Cash is, and I really like that the Cash is at her heart not a bureaucrat. She's in a bureaucratic role, but you know, and the little choices like that make me go, oh yeah, that's right. Like Kesha does have a lot of bureaucratic work, so it's easy to forget. But no, she started off as a thief? Like,
Bandit,
it's one of the bandit, one of the people, and it comes out in moments like that, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you could have said that better. That was basically going to be my moment as well, John. But yeah, I think you've said it better than I would have. So I'll have to come up with something else. I think choosing sharpshooter. I think, leaning all in, and I think this is a good choice. Remember also, if you can get advantage on the first attack, you also get sneak attack. Yeah. Which is only another
enemies with a
D6,
single
but it's
arrow.
just sort of, it's worth it like in 2 shots, and the second shot was 28 points of damage, and that's a fairly casual, not particularly high rolling 28 points of damage. And then if we were to stack, if you critted with advantage, you're talking in the 60 range from a single shot. Yeah.
A free 10 points of damage is huge.
I don't think it stacks with lightning arrow. I would rule that it doesn't. But
that feels a little unfair if you can stack it with that. Jeepers.
Favorite self?
I kind of like just the blase dealing with the mimic. Just like, well, we better go,
Oh, for God's sake.
deal with the sleeping one. And then Julio's like a mimic. And definitely Kesh's thought process, and to an extent my own, was, oh, cool. That's fine. It's not an elemental. It'll just be like an enchanted
thank
person or
goodness.
something.
Kill it.
No, it's a fucking mimic. Of course it's a mimic. I should have seen that coming. Everything's a mimic.
And the points don't matter.
But yes, I did enjoy that. Kesh just being like, oh, not an elemental. Sweet! She should know better. She really should.
Mm-hmm. Just very quickly, because I was curious, I just looked up lightning arrow, and it says instead of taking any damage or other effects from the attack, it does the lightning damage. So
There you
that
go,
would
yeah.
negate the 10 bonus.
And Hunter's Mark. Yeah.
But I am also
cool.
barbecuing things with magical arrows, so.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Trade-offs.
fun. Alrighty. Well, guys, we've been thoroughly flattered. It's been lovely having everybody this evening. So we should probably go away and find somebody to raid. And at this point, I'm basically going to hand over to Karen because I'm not driving the stream this evening. It's actually been really quite nice. I don't know if we're still listening to battle music.
No, I swapped it to the pleasant campsite thing.
Very well.
I am occasionally competent, I'll have you know.
I would never say otherwise.
So
I wouldn't say occasionally.
I wouldn't say
Oh,
competent.
I wouldn't say I.
I wouldn't say
I on the other hand, live with her most of the time, so I wouldn't say any of those things. I would probably, I probably wouldn't say occasionally. I'd probably go double down on that one and say like most of the time, if not all the time. Karen, where are we going? Where are we ready? My favorite, Watchful Wizard says my favorite is kind of covered. Getting Mrs. Sobel to come to Alderheart with arrest being possible. Yeah.
And actually, I like the fact that we all agreed that, hey, yeah, we could arrest her. Let's
But we
not.
don't. Yeah.
But it'd be much easier if she just agrees to come with us.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the cops always want you to just have a chat, Never speak to the cops. It's a trap.
That being said, this isn't, and Cash is a good person.
Cash is a good
Yeah, where are we going? Where are we going?
So we can either go, Mike Moans is doing Wrestling Meets Warhammer miniature painting, or Agent Number 1 has titled his stream Take Me Home Country Roads, because he's playing Europa Universalis 5, which I have no idea what that is. So
No clue. Yeah. Who has more Who has more viewers currently?
Mike.
Well, then let us go and see Agent. Spread the love. So, folks, is there anything anybody needs to or wants to spruik other than Daria's amazing arts?
I'll be back playing Skyrim on Tuesday. I got to a corridor full of swinging axes and decided I was done for the day. So we'll return to that on Tuesday and see if Hildy can ruin any more of my headphones.
Are you
Karen,
enjoying
is
it?
that first time you're playing Skyrim? That's so fun. That's really fun.
And I don't normally do real-time fighting, so...
This is her first person action on her own. Like, she's played Halo with me.
I miss turn-based strategy.
You'll get into it because I don't particularly care for it initially, but I got into Skyrim.
The thing is, you can turn Skyrim to turn-based strategy with the stealth archer build.
Which is what I'm trying to do.
True.
It's what she's doing because
I'm trying.
it's like all crustaceans tend towards being crabs. All Skyrim players, particularly on their first run, probably tend towards the stealth archer build because it's just the best way to play the game.
I went all out magical attack, just fireball everything. That was great fun.
That does sound like fun.
Alrighty. Rachel has never played but does World of Warcraft some. Fair enough. Never touched it myself. I have an addictive personality, and I know I would probably enjoy it. And it's an expensive hobby, and I've already got plenty of those. We're doing one of them. We'll go and raid Agent Number 1. He's an excellent chap. I played D&D with him back in the day during the COVID times. which was so long ago and completely irrelevant to our modern life. So show them the love like we always do. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat, and we will see you same bad time, same bad channel on Tuesday night for some more Karen playing Skyrim, and then on Thursday night for more of this, but probably starting an hour earlier, if we can convince Daria that that's okay with her. Alrighty, glorious. Karen, take us away, please.
Goodbye, everybody. Farewell.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, you wee scallywags! Avast for now! Whee!